Yes guys, what is up? Hope everybody is keeping well and welcome back to the channel. Game week 30. Yeah, we're into the business end of the season anyway, only 9 game weeks to go. Hope everybody is keeping well and welcome back to the channel. It has been a while on the YouTube videos during the week. I do apologise about that. Work has been taken over, but we're making sure we're posting real content. If not long form content, we're posting real content during the week. So at least you should know my plans ahead of this deadline stream. Do let us know where you're watching from in the world. I can see Saw Doctor watching as always. Great to see you, man, here as well. We have the World Cup jersey on here too. And speaking about the World Cup, I got sent this during the week. So these are the new, what are the Panini Adrenaline trading cards. So shout out once again to, it's Topps anyway, isn't it? Or is it Panini? They're the same. Are they the same supplier? No, it was Panini this time who sent us some of these. So you know the drill, every 20 likes will be opening these. These only release on Thursday, so I'm actually looking forward to opening these packs. And shout out to someone in the Patreon who told me that I have to, when I'm opening the packs, to open it here on screen, not just have me looking at them. So we're going to do a little reveal as we're going through the packs then as well. Unfortunately, there's no Ireland cards in them just yet. But let's see what happens at the end of March, at the end of this month. Know anyone that has a spare ticket for Prague, Saw Doctor? Unfortunately, I don't. Was it only something like 1,200 tickets or just over 1,000 tickets sold for that game? So you probably have a better chance winning the lottery trying to get a card out of those. But yeah, looking forward to that match at the end of this month, and let's see how we get on. Marshall in the chat then as well, and PDUPSP1D, hi from Cyprus. Wow, great to see someone watching from Cyprus then as well. If you are new to the channel, we are on the road to 9k subs. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, do consider heading on down there, clicking subscribe on the channel. Just looking at the sub count here, we're about 86 off hitting 9k. It'd be great to hit it this stream. I don't think we will, but if you are new, as I said, get down there, get clicking that subscribe button. We're going to start off with Marshall anyway here. Keep the questions coming then as well. Quick review as always, how we got on last week. 58 points, small red arrow I think from 36k to 46k, or 37 to 46. Big thing was captain in this man, Semenyo. I was watching it in Mary Mullins and Galwood during the midweek games. I thought the second goal hit Semenyo, and if he did get that goal, what a week it would have been. But sure, look, at least we got the captaincy decision right. Small red arrow, and we're now sitting at 46k overall. 4 chips to play also. As I said in the reel during the week, we are in a good position with 9 game weeks left to play. Feels like this week is make or break then as well. I am tempted to bring in Mo Salah for Erling Haaland. I'm gonna panic for the last hour in the stream whether or not I make that move. If I do make the move, it's gonna be Haaland out, Salah in, giving the armband. If I don't make the move, I'll just be rolling, giving the armband to Bruno Fernandes. The team is alright there, to be fair. Rodgers is stinking up the team then as well, so if I take out Rodgers, bring in Salah. If I'm taking out Haaland, it'll be bringing in Thiago, not João Pedro, just because Chelsea are chasing that Champions League game. So I don't think I'm going to go for João Pedro as a second striker, maybe a third striker in game week 30-31 if needs. But I'm looking at Thiago this week then as well. Two Brentford players against Wolves then on Monday night if I do make those moves. Did you go to Cheltenham, Saw Doctor? No, I did not. Let us know if you're going, or how you get on, sorry, during the week. I actually stayed away from it at all. I couldn't keep an eye on it, obviously, when I was working during the week in the office. I'm glad I didn't go near it anyway. I've no clue about horse racing at least, but if you had any luck, do let us know. I was watching a bit of it on Friday. Gaelic Warrior 3-1, probably could have went for him as well, but I didn't. I left it off anyway. If I am betting at all, I'd prefer to bet on something I think I know about in soccer, but sure, look, but let us know how you get on. Who are you picking for last man standing this week? I'm actually knocked out of my last man standing. I picked Liverpool, was it last week, or who did I pick last week? Did they lose? I think I picked Liverpool, yeah, against Wolves. Liverpool for the Wolves game, so I'm knocked out of last man standing. If you have a few teams you need help on, give us a shout. Good win for Bows last night. Of course it was Hickey that scored then as well. I'm actually living with one of the Galway United players here in the house that I live in. Of course it was Hickey. I really like Hickey though. When he was with Galway, he was so sound on and off the pitch then as well. Fair play to me. He's flying with Bows. Yeah, he's doing really well, and he's back centre back for them. But of course it was him that scored against us last night. We should have scored. We should have got an equaliser in the 92nd minute. Won't talk about that too much. We won't be too negative, but probably could have Came away with a draw last night, and that would have been a lovely result if we did. But sure, look. Anyway, get Caulfield out. He's been unlucky, to be fair. What are we? 3 or 4 85-minute goals, 85-minute plus goals all season so far. Drogheda last night, the week before, who was Dundalk. Fair enough, that was 82nd minute. Yeah, 3 or 4 games where we've conceded a goal in the last 10 minutes. Not ideal, but sure, look. We're not doing too bad though. MC, let's get back into the FPL chat anyway. Enough about League of Ireland, but sure, look, we've is it Waterford Monday night? We need to be getting 3 points in that game, so we'll see how we go. Right then, what are we saying here? MXCRUS Marcus, is it? Dubravka, Virgil, Timber, Gabriel, Wilson, Rice, Enzo, Mbuemo, Bruno, Haaland, Thiago. Benches: Pickford, Anderson, Rodon, Guy. 3 free transfers: Haaland and Guy to Ekatike and João Pedro are rolled out a free transfer. Midfield is strong enough there. I'd be tempted even to take out Enzo if you're bringing in. If you want to go to Salah route, depends who you're going to captain. You don't have a Liverpool attacker. You're looking for Ekatike there. I think Haaland out. But then who you're going to get as your second striker? Fair. Thiago's fine. Have you enough to do Haaland to Ekatike, Enzo to Salah? Marcus, let us know if you have enough for that. Maybe you could afford that. Let us know. Ash in the chat here. Hi FPL of Raya, Gabriel, O'Reilly, Van Dijk, Semenyo, Dango, Fernandez, Rogers, Wilson, Rogers as well, stinking up your team like mine as well. Haaland and Ekatike, Mukalele, we really need him to be back next week. Guy and Esteve on the bench. 3 free transfers, 1.1 million in the bank. What should I do? If you want to go Salah, Haaland out and Rogers out. I think I'm going to go the Rogers route out if I am taking out one of them. And if you want to bring in Salah, there you go. Haaland out, Thiago in, and Rogers out, and Salah in. You should be able to afford that if you want to do those moves. 3 free transfers. I think I'd be tempted to do that for a 2-week punt, especially with Haaland blanking next week. It all depends on the Liverpool lineup. Then obviously Salah was obviously terrible during the week. With this, it's not the right idea of going off form wise to bring in Mo Salah. It's just how bad Spurs are. What is it? 7 or 8 players for them missing. He played 60 minutes during the week. This is the game where it could get up his confidence going into that second leg tie against Galatasaray, where they do need goals. I think it's maybe a game for Salah to get a few. So that's why I'm looking towards Salah. If I do bring in Salah for Haaland, which I might do, but I'm in 2 minds about it. It could easily make or break my season. If I bring in Salah, he does nothing. If Haaland does well then as well tonight against West Ham. Let's get that poll going this week as well. Let's see, do people think will Haaland start this week? They're 3 goals down. If you watch the Madrid game during the week, will Haaland start tonight? Let's see if the chat agrees with me or not. Watching that Madrid game, Haaland was not himself at all. He was kind of floating around. Didn't have a touch at all. He'd one chance of getting a goal. Semenyo's ball in. I don't know who cleared it anyway, or was it a save by Courtois? No, it was cleared before Haaland got it. He didn't look up the match fitness at all. That could be something. And even before I logged on here, Marmouche was on the match day graphic for Man City. That could easily mean Marmouche and Haaland play. Pep really likes Semenyo, and he was taken off in 70 minutes. So I think Semenyo is alright. I'm not that confident on Haaland. I wouldn't be giving him the armband. He is a good shout, obviously, if he obviously plays. It's a big risk though. Vivid anyway, right. Ash, let me know if that's alright. If you want to do the same moves I'm considering, but that's going to be a last minute thing if I do make those moves. Let's see how we get on. Vivid, right. Raya, Virgil, Timber, Anderson, Dango, Rice, Bruno, João Pedro, Thiago, Haaland. Benches: Dubravka, Enzo, Cash, Rodon. 0 in the bank, 2 free transfers. Hello from Dubai. Hope you're keeping well, man, and hope you're keeping safe over there then as well. The Irish media aren't helping things over in Dubai, but stay safe, good man. Raya, Virgil, Timber, Anderson is okay in defence. Enzo, Cash, Rodon. Could you do Enzo, Dango, Rice, Wilson, Bruno, João Pedro, Thiago, Haaland. Benches: Dubravka, right. On Raya then as well, his wife or his partner is expecting a baby in the next week or so. Let's hope she doesn't give birth before the Everton game. He's got a break next week at least as well, so at least Dubravka can come in from next week. But look at your team there: Dango, Rice, Wilson, Bruno. Midfield is fine: JP, Thiago, Haaland. Your team is fine there, to be fair. I'm not sure if I'd want to be getting rid of Rice with Everton. Enzo, if you did Haaland to Ekatike, Enzo to Salah, I think you should be able to afford that. Do let us know, Vivid. That's only if you want to get rid of Haaland, or if you want to take a punt on him. You have 2 free transfers like myself. If anyone is watching, I do have 2 free transfers then as well. So that's the only reason why I'm considering taking out Haaland. Not worth the hit. It's a punt. Let's see if I do end up on it. We've plenty to decide on before the deadline anyway. Would you do Mukiele to Collins? No, I wouldn't. First off, Collins is in and out of that Brentford team over the last couple of weeks then as well. Haaland and Guy to João Pedro and Thiago. With João Pedro also, I was looking through the forums then as well. There's big talk about João Pedro being rested for tonight's game against Newcastle. I do think Newcastle will have a heavily rotated side as well. Going into that second game against Barcelona, they would have been in serious position if they were 1-0 up. The fact it's 1-1 now, I think they're going to have to play it somewhat safe against Chelsea, and Eddie Howe will definitely be looking towards that game during the week then as well. So I do think Newcastle will be heavily rotated. All the English teams will be rotated then as well. In some aspects, I think more likely the Chelsea, the City who are trailing. With Liverpool definitely have to win that game Sunday evening. Well, everyone has to win their game. City has to win the game as well, but the fact that they're 3 goals down, Pep has got a decision to make on his lineup, and he has hinted at City being rotated, so that's not making me too confident on the Haaland situation. That's why I'm considering taking him out then as well. But Vivid, if you want to bring in Salah, that's your route there. Haaland Ekitike ends to Salah. You should have enough money for that. Do let us know. If not, let me know. Would you do Mukiele to Collins? No. And Haaland to Guy and João Pedro and Thiago. If you can do Haaland and Guy to JP and Thiago, yes. Already have Ekitike a second option, so it would mean bench and Rodgers. Fair enough. João Pedro is a risk though. If you want to go for it, it is a risk though. You don't fancy a transfer of Haaland Ekitike and Rodgers to Salah? Nothing wrong with that if you want to go for that. I already have Ekitike myself, but let's see. I've Bournemouth Man United, Newcastle left, and last man standing. Bournemouth is your one to go there. Sold Haaland for Ekitike is stupid. Any advice, Niall? Slim? That's all good there. Nothing wrong with those transfers at all. If you're giving the armband to Ekitike, I wouldn't say no to that either. Do let us know who you're captain. And 67% of the vote is saying Haaland starts tonight. 31 votes. Maybe he gets the game done at half time. Fair. I think he just he's still not 100% fit. Hey Niall, good to meet you a few weeks back. Tara's mate here. Where do we meet you, Michael? Or who's Tara again? Tara Horn or Dara Heskins Tara? Sorry now, Michael. Where do we meet? Apologies. Keep Haaland and Rice this week, or bring in Pedro and Salah or Palmer for Ekitike. Let me know where we met you, Michael. I'm very sorry. I know 2 Taras. Let's just see which Tara it was. Good to meet you a few weeks back, Sam. Keep Haaland and Rice this week, or bring in Pedro and Salah or Palmer and Ekitike. Can you do Salah and Ekitike? I'd go for that. If not, Pedro and Salah. Depends who you're giving the armband to, but probably Pedro and Salah. Duffer, my high Niall, my team is Raya, Gabriel, Hill, O'Reilly, Bruno, Rodgers, Semenyo, Dango, Haaland, Ekitike, Thiago. 1 free transfer. Any advice? Gabriel, Hill, O'Reilly could be rested, although Valverde absolutely rinsed him during the week then as well. But I wouldn't be surprised if Aït-Nouri comes into that left wing back role. Bruno, Rodgers like myself, stinking up the team. Semenyo, Dango, Haaland, Ekitike, Thiago. 1 free transfer. Any advice? If you can't get to Salah, if you can't get to Van Dijk for O'Reilly, maybe leave it off. But could be tempted to do O'Reilly to Van Dijk if you can afford that, Duffer. If not, leave it off. What's your current chips plans, Niall? Good question. Right, I'm going to dead end into 31, looking at a wild card in 32, bench boost 33 right after the wild card, and then if City get their double game in 36, triple captain in 36, either on Haaland or Semenyo. Haaland could be a nice shout Semenyo could be a nice shout if City are still in the Champions League, but it doesn't look like it. For FPL terms, I think it's better if City get knocked out, and then they can just focus on the league then as well, and that'll be a good show for Haaland triple captaincy. Surely he gets more than a 7-pointer from Gabriel. Let's see though. But free hit 34 then as well. So 30 a lot of chips still to play now. So 32 wildcard, 33 bench boost, 34 free hit, and then 36 triple captaincy. That's what we're looking at this week then as well. What are we on the like totals here? So we're on 11 likes. Quick reminder then as well, once we hit 20 likes, we're going to open our first pack of these then as well. As I said, these are new cards that have only been released on Thursday, I think it was, so I'm looking forward to getting into them. So get the like total up on that. Let's get the 20 likes and we'll open our first pack of the stream. But Severus Music, that's what I'm thinking. I'd love to triple captain Semenyo. It was actually enjoyable watching a City game. Just getting that bit of a buzz back, hoping Haaland blanked and Semenyo scored. When Semenyo scored that first goal, It was an easy watch after that then as well. But City probably should have had a penalty when Sells took, or was it Sells? Or was it the other Nottingham Forest keeper took down Haaland? Probably lucky to get away with that. Should I sell Mark Gahey? I've 3 free transfers, Joe. If you're going Gahey to Virgil, I'd go with that this week, yeah. Bench 1 of Hill, Rodgers and Enzo. Bench 1, probably Rodgers. If you can get out Rodgers this week, go for it. If not, leave him in the team. But yeah, I'd probably bench Rodgers out of those. As I said, Newcastle expected to be very heavily rotated with that focus on the Barcelona game during the week. Loftus, how's it going, man? How's things, Niall? All good. Phone is popping here. What? Who's that texting us there? Grand. Okay, sound. Opinion wanted. Would Haaland to Ekitike 1 transfer be worth it for the next 3 game weeks? Wildcard use and think I need to target Spurs and take Haaland percentage on for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, for the next 3 weeks, even for the next 3 weeks, isn't it Chelsea and Arsenal after this? Yeah, the blank, and then Chelsea and Arsenal. You could take a punt on going against them. Even that free hit in 34, maybe I stay away from Haaland on the free hit. That could be a shout then as well. Nothing wrong with going that. If you want to go for that, go for it. Start Enzo or Rodgers. Enzo, I think. Rodgers, a lot of minutes played again during the week on Thursday night. Sorry, I think he played 90 again. So I'd probably start looking towards Enzo there. Even if Palmer's rested, you have Enzo on penalties there too. Cunha and Gay out to get in João Pedro and stash -4 hit. Not for a -4, no. Captain Ekitike or Salah. If you have Salah, you have to assume he starts. So go for it. Your team doesn't really need a wild card in 32. Depends if I get Haaland, I'll want him back. True, but with the fact of Chelsea and Arsenal, let's see how we go. Maybe I don't even have to wildcard, we'll see. But I do want to set my team up for a bench boost in 33, so that's why I'll probably be looking towards a wildcard and Joe. The starting 11, 10-11 will be fine. My bench is a bit of a shambles then as well, but it's only because I want a bench boost in 34. That's why I'm probably looking towards a wildcard in a bench boost in 33. That's why I'm looking towards a wildcard in 32, but we'll see how we go. It's just the focus of the bench boost. That's literally it. At T Fakram, is it worth to go swap Haaland and Krupi to Pedro Nekatike with -4? Not for a -4, no. If Haaland starts, he can easily haul. With the fact that I'm considering taking out Haaland is because it's for free. So yeah, that's why I'm looking towards potentially taking out Haaland only because it's free. If taking a punt, which of Verts, Szoboszlai or Gakpo would you get in? Probably Szoboszlai is the most nailed out of those. Gakpo could be a game that Rio could play. Even could be Verts pushed over to Salah's side if he does play. But out of those, probably Szoboszlai. Verts in second. Gakpo, probably it's a game for Rio to play that Spurs game. But I'd be going Szoboszlai, Verts, Gakpo in that order. Start Hill or Richards. I'd go with Hill with the Burnley game. Crystal Palace are playing. Double checking here. Leeds at home. I still think Hill is a man for Defcon. So is Richards, to be fair, but I'd probably go with the Hill shout there, and I'll be hoping he gets a return or 2 there. Defcon and a clean sheet, another 8-pointer this week would be lovely. Start Hill or Richards. Yeah, I'd go with Hill. Michael Orr, cheers man. Can't remember the name of the pub, but Heskins Tara. I'll probably go Pedro or Salah. Where were we chatting you so, man? I'm so sorry. That's good. So it was Heskins Tara Fair. Where was that? I'm so sorry, man. It wasn't in Athlone, was it? I was in Athlone last weekend. Was I out the weekend before? I probably was, but good man, Michael. Anyway, apologies. If I saw your face, I definitely remember you. Mr. Potato, right? What are you saying there? We'll probably go Pedro and Salah. Cheers, no bother at all, man. And cheers for tuning in. We must meet up with Heskin soon enough. Now, I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks now. Mr. Potato 442. What do you think of Rodon and Ekitike for O'Reilly and Calvert-Lewin for -4? Means I play Hill in a back 3 versus Burnley and bench Wilson. Not for a -4. No, I'd still play Wilson. Wilson said he's going to be fine for the Wales games. I wonder now. Let me have a look at Wales. He said he's going to be fine for the Wales games, but is that not the end of March? World Cup qualifying playoffs. Yeah, I wonder will they have said to Fulham to rest him? Who knows? There, that could be another thing we're not thinking about too. I do think play Wilson though. Jimenez's father passed away. Rest in peace to him. But that could mean Raul won't play. So if Raul doesn't play, they might be looking towards Wilson to push him into the team there as well if Raul isn't playing. So keep that in mind also with Wilson. If you have Wilson, I think I would start him. What do you think of Rodon and Ekatike? Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that for -4. Hill is all good there, so don't be worrying about playing him against Burnley. He could get some good returns in that game, so leave him in the team. All good there. Joss Sabasai Joe is agreeing with me there with Sabasai. All good there. Good stuff. Right, we're still going here. What's going on with this thing? I'm just trying to get us up to speed here. We are still going, aren't we? Yeah, we're still going. Why is that? Yeah, we're still all going. Grant. Josh, hey bro, team is Verbruggen. Joe, you've already got Virgil and Gabriel. What was your question, Joe? So, we're going back up. Should I sell Mark Gay? He have 3 free transfers. Who are you going in? Who are you going to bring in? Maybe not. If you can leave him off, just play him. Surely he starts that game anyway. Good chance of City getting a clean sheet in that game. So if you already have Virgil and Gabriel, they're the lads you want. Leave off doing those transfers. So. Josh, hey bro, my team is Verbruggen, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Timber, Rodgers, Bruno Fernandes, Rice, Anderson, Ekatike, Haaland, Thiago. Benches of Dubravka, Anderson, Dewsbury Hall, Mukulele is here in the bank. 4 free transfers. Wow, you're in a good position. 4 free transfers. Haaland, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's your Dewsbury Hall? Haaland and Dewsbury Hall to Salah. And what have you in the bank? Surely you can get an Ekatike. You already have him, sorry. If you can get João Pedro and Salah for Haaland and Dewsbury Hall, maybe go for that. Josh, let us know if you can afford that. Would you remove Boomo for Liverpool midfielder Jocks? No, that Villa game for free maybe, but that Villa game for United, that's a game where United could get some goals on the counter attack. So I wouldn't don't think I'll get rid of Mbeumo. Definitely not for a hit. Maybe for free, but with the fact he plays next week, maybe don't bother with doing that then as well. Right then, how are we on the likes? Is it time to open one of these packs? 19 likes. We've got nearly 70 people watching us. If you're watching, first off, if you haven't click subscribe. But once we hit 20 likes, we're going to open our first pack here then as well. So get those likes coming in on stream. Surely there's someone who's watching that hasn't clicked like out of the 70 so or people that are watching us now. We're 83 subs off hitting 9k then as well. If you're one of those 70 that haven't clicked subscribe, please do head on down there, click subscribe. It'd be great to get close to 9k subs before the end of the stream, and your support is very much appreciated on that. Right then, good stuff. Let's keep this going. Josh, let us know if that's alright, mate. Would you remove Mbeumo? No, I wouldn't. Surely you can get send in the rest of your team there on the midfield. Surely you can get someone else for the Liverpool lads. Kruby Jr. and Salah in for Haaland. Who else are you taking out, Saw Doctor? Let us know. How you've been, my bro. Hope you're doing well. Factneek, great to see you in the chat, man. Hope all is well. All going well here. Great to have the FPL back and Premier League back then as well. I wasn't enjoying the FA Cup break much last week. I just wanted to have the Premier League back, but we are back this week. And a bit of a decision to make before the deadline. Anyway, Wilson will be on pens if Raul doesn't play. Yeah, he should be. So that's another reason to start Wilson also. Muniz, I'm not sure if Muniz has had a great record on penalties, but yeah, it looks like it'll be Wilson if Raul isn't on the pitch. Ash, you think O'Reilly will be a rotation risk this week? In which case, should I get him out for Hill? Depends how many transfers you have, Ash. You're setting yourself up for a good transfer in game with 31 if you're bringing in Hill. I know he's playing Man United next week, but good chance of still getting DEFCON in that game. 3-4 points next week from Hill is a good shout, or a good return in a blank game week also for some teams, well, some of the popular teams anyway. So nothing wrong with doing that if it's a free transfer. I'm not that confident of O'Reilly starting. That being said, he was rinsed by Valverde during the week, so maybe Pep won't even play him. He'll play him this week and then won't play him in the City, or in the home tie for City. But if you have a couple of free transfers, I think I'd do O'Reilly to Hill, and at least you're setting yourself up for an extra player next week also. Cameron, morning bud. Team this week is Raya, Hill, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Richards, Bruno, Wilson, Tavernier, Palmer, Haaland captain, Thiago. Not sure on the Haaland captain now, to be honest with you. Bench, Martinez, Krupi, Gahey, Dewsbury Hall. I've one free transfer. Would you keep it as that, or any changes? Raya, Hill, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Richards, Bruno, Wilson, Tavernier. I'm jealous of you with Tavernier there. I'd really like to have Tavernier this week. Palmer, Haaland captain. Benches, Martinez, Krupi Jr., Gahey. Probably would play Gahey over Richards there, to be honest with you. Gahey, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Hill is a strong backline this week. Bruno, Wilson, Tavernier, Palmer, all good. Not sure on the captaincy and Haaland. Maybe move to Bruno if you only got one free transfer. Leave it at that, and probably Gahey in instead of Richards. Thoughts on Rice, Verts? Setting yourself up well for next week also. If you have a couple of free transfers, go for it. But maybe I'd still want to have Rice against that Everton side. Good chance of Arsenal getting something from a set piece there also, so maybe leave off that then as well. I can see we've just passed the 20 like threshold then as well, so time to get into a pack here then as well. 31 likes, wow, we've well passed it. That's great to see then as well. Right, so it's time to get into our first pack. I'm going to show it to the camera as well as we open up this here too. So as I said, these are just out since Thursday. So let's get this up here then as well. Keep the questions coming while I am opening this, but here's pack number 1, and I am going to put them up to the screen. I'm not even going to look at them. And as always, if you do pack somebody good, if anyone wants the card, let us know and I can send it to you. Right, who's that? Haller used to play with West Ham, and is he still with Dortmund? First card there, number 2. Right, they're all in the right way anyway. Can't even see who that is there. Who's that? Who is that? Elder Shumerdov. I'm assuming from Greece. Is he? Who is that? UFA. No clue who that is, I won't lie. Next up there, who's that? Pienda of Mexico. Any good players? Is that Kai Havertz? It is Kai Havertz, right. Up next, right, that's just whatever that is. I'm going to guess that's a Switzerland player by the looks of the jersey. Yeah, Sylvain Wiedemer. Next up there, some goalkeeper. It looks a bit like Bazunu from here, looking on my small camera here, but I don't know who that is. No clue. Federation Football. No clue who that was, I won't lie. Is that Austria? Is that an Austrian jersey? It is. No clue who that is. And last pack there, that's a Norway jersey if ever I see one before. Patrick Berg. So not a great pull in that pack. Sure, look, I think there are some autograph cards in these packs. Obviously we had a better look with the Champions League packs on the last stream. Packing, who was it there? Marcus Rashford Chrome. Not a great pack to start off. Let's get the 40 likes and we'll open up the second pack there then as well. Right, let's keep this going. Back to the FPL questions. JP or Ekatike, captain or Cole Palmer? I'll be going Ekatike there. It sounds like you're a Chelsea fan. Let us know your thoughts if you do think João Pedro is going to be rested. I think he might do with Chelsea chasing that tie, but let's see. Surely Delap or Guy can get the job done in the game. Probably Delap. Krupi and Salah or Rodgers and Ekatike? You're having two people that at least play the games next week then as well. Krupi and Salah, if you're giving the armband to Salah. Jason, sorry, just logged on. Is this your final team, Jason? No, it's not. Deadline is in 2 hours, so we've a lot to decide on before the deadline. But no, it's not. I'm considering 2 moves. Let's see if we actually do make it. Mono in the chat. Mono, sorry, we can see you down there. Sanchez, Mateus Nunes, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Bruno Fernandes, Mbeumo, Semenyo, Enzo, Wilson, Thiago. Captain is a nice shout there. Haaland. Subs of Dubravka, Krupi, Alderete, Van de Ven. 1 free transfer, 1 point with 0.3 in the bank. May roll. Lineup okay. Lineup is all good there. We're still going at least there. Yeah, Sanchez, Mateus Nunes, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Bruno Fernandes, Mbeumo, Semenyo, Enzo, Wilson. I like the Thiago captain, to be fair. Dubravka, Krupi, Alderete, Van de Ven. I think you can roll there, Mono. Let me know if that's all right, but I think you can roll. All good there. Should I try and get Ekatike and remove Thiago? No, do not get rid of Thiago. I'm looking at bringing in Thiago myself this week, so don't do that. No. Right, we just got a warning on screen here. I just want to make sure we're coming across all okay on stream. That's good to see. Yeah, all good there. Frano, 2 free transfers. Would you do Munoz to Virgil, Hill, Senesi, or Rice to Tavernier, or Haaland, Ekatike, and Guy to João Pedro, or Roll 3 free transfers? Maybe Munoz to Virgil. That Spurs game for Liverpool should be a clean sheet for Liverpool, and could easily be another attacking return for Virgil. So maybe go with that, and that's what I'll be looking at there. Go with those moves there. Mario, Story Nile, 2 free transfers of 3 Arsenal, 3 City, so need to think ahead to 31. Thinking Haaland and O'Reilly out for Ekatike and Virgil. Perfect. Go with those moves. Yeah, that's what I'll be going there. Get those moves locked in. Yo, Henry, shall I captain Sarr? Need to start being differential. If you want to go differential, Mo Salah is very differential, and that's what I'm thinking myself this week. As I said, this is a week that could make or break my season completely. If Salah starts and does well against that Spurs B team or even C team, if he gets 2 returns, maybe it's I'm reminiscing on the Mo Salah of last season and the season before. Let's see. I don't know. I'm at the moment I'm leaning towards taking Haaland out and bringing in Mo Salah. But let's see where we do end up on that. Ollie, morning mate, would you do Haaland plus Rodgers to João Pedro plus Salah, 4 free transfers and a full playing 11 and blank game week? Go for it. If you can even do Ekitike and Salah instead of João Pedro, I'd go for that. Yo Henry, let me know who you're considering captain instead of Sarr, but nothing wrong with going Mo Salah if you want to be differential. That means that I'm going 2 differential captains over the last 2 weeks if I do get that. It worked out well last week with Semenyo. Let's see how or where I do end up this week. Saw Doctor taking Haaland, Rodgers out, Salah and Krupa Jr. in. All I have Ekitike and Thiago. Saw Doctor, go for it. Jason Murphy, right? Jason's in the Patreon. Let's get over to Jason in the Patreon. How's the form left my team in the Patreon group? Let me know what you think, Jason. Good man. Right, let's get this up here. Where are you, Jason? Which chat are you in? Jesus, a lot of messages to get back to here yet. Let's get back to Jason first. Here we go. FPL, any thoughts, Niall? 2 free transfers, 0.6 in the bank. Yeah, myself, you can afford the same as well as. That's what I'm thinking, Jason. It's either go Salah and Haaland, or sorry, Salah in for Haaland and Ekitike. Can you afford that? Let me see. Can you afford Salah and Ekitike for Haaland and Rodgers? Right, Jason, let me know what you think on that. If not, we'll have to look elsewhere then as well. Captain Ekitike, I'm chasing points in my mini league. Nothing wrong with it. All good there, Linda. Right, who else have we? Verbruggen, Gabriel, Timber, Virgil, Senesi, Semenyo, Palmer, Bruno, Ekitike, Thiago, João Pedro. Might be a mistake. Benching Mbeumo, but you can't fit him in. Grand, right. Dara there, who we hear now? Tommy, Raya, Gehi, Virgil, Gabriel, Chalaba, Esteve, Dango, Bruno, Rice, Wilson, Rio. Is this the game you play? Rio, Haaland, Ekitike. You already have the 3 Liverpool lads, so you can't get the Salah. Gehi, Virgil, Gabriel, Dango, Bruno, Rice, Wilson. 4-4-2. You're going to have to go. Who else could you do? Chalaba to Hill, maybe. Because of Rio. Grand. Jason, let me know if that's alright, man. Sound just up at the nursery GA with the young lad committed. What's the score, Mono? And what is he playing? Hurling or football? Best of luck to them there. Good man for tuning in from the pitch. Definitely committed to the stream there. Love that. Great to see that. Alex here as well. 4 free transfers, or three free transfers, 0.5 in the bank. Is the plan here to roll to 4 free transfers next week to sort out 4 blanks? I'm going to have playing the Bravka, I think, to avoid -4 as well. O'Reilly, Virgil, Gabriel, Semenyo, Wilson, Bruno, Rodgers, Haaland, Thiago, Ekitike. I think you can roll. You can roll. Right, Alex, all good. Emma in the chat here. Virgil, Hill, Gabriel, Wilson, Anderson, Fernandez, Semenyo, Rodgers, Thiago, Haaland and João Pedro. Same reply to everyone at the moment. Grand, right. Alice, I just got back to you there. 2 free transfers, Jason, good man. Right, 5 free transfers. What's the thoughts? Haaland to Thiago, Rodgers to Salah. Is DCL going to play? You can't really get rid of Xhaka with that game next week then as well. So you have Raya, Virgil, Gabriel, O'Reilly, Dango, Semenyo, Rodgers, Bruno, Haaland to Thiago. Nothing wrong with those even. Right, let's get back to the YouTube chat here then as well. Right, let's work in between the two. Right, Frank O'Brien. Or Cole Palmer first. Morning for Belfast. Thoughts on João Pedro as captain? Nothing wrong with having him in the team. I'm not sure on captaincy with the fact Chelsea are chasing that Champions League tie then as well. On the Chelsea forums, it sounds like João Pedro is going to be rested, but you can read as much into that as you want. From that, I don't think I'll be giving the armband though. No. Frank O'Brien, Alisson, Dubravka, Gabriel, Hill, Virgil, O'Reilly, Munoz, Bruno Fernandes, Enzo, Semenyo, Wilson, Thiago, Haaland, João Pedro. Strong team there. Bench is 4 free transfers. I'm thinking Haaland, Ekitike, or Munoz to Frimpong or Roll. All trips available. Haaland, Ekitike, if you're going to captain one of those, I'd even do, if you're 4 free transfers, Haaland to Ekitike, Enzo to Salah instead of going Frimpong. You already have Virgil there for defensive cover. I think I'd go with Salah over Frimpong. Myself at this moment, I think I will be bringing in Salah for Haaland, but that might change before the deadline. We'll see. I probably need to be a bit more cautious. Right, looking at my team, let's see for next week. Right, if I do make those moves, bringing in Salah and Thiago, I'll have Dubravka's 1, Virgil's 2, Hill is 3, Bruno Fernandes 4, Dango 5, Salah will say is 6, Wilson is 7, Ekitike is 8, Thiago is 9, Dubravka is 10. Have I 12 players then? What? So we'll say Dubravka 1, Virgil 2, Hill is 3, Bruno's 4. Mike is after collapsing there, apologies about that. Bruno is 4, Dango is 5, Salah's 6, Wilson 7, Ekitike is 8, Thiago's 9, Dubravka's 10, Mukiele hopefully will be back is 11, or can play Esteve. So I'll have 12 players for next week, so I'm well set up, and that's even without getting rid of Semenyo. If I wanted to take a 1 week punt, I don't think I would, so we're not in a bad shape there at all. So that'll be 12 players, 11 at least for next week if Mukiele is, 12 players next week if Mukiele is back. Looking at 11 at least, so I think that's fine for next week anyway. So yeah, if you can afford to have enough players next week, why not take a punt on Salah? That's what I'm looking at myself. But Frank, I'd go with the Salah move if you want to go with that. Mono, let me know if that's all alright, man. Good stuff, and hope the game is going well. Fair play for watching me from the sideline. Cameron, thanks mate, been watching you a few weeks now, and only live stream I've ever watched. Massive help and great guy. Cameron, love to hear that, man. Really do appreciate that. That means a lot, so I really do appreciate that, man. That's great to hear. That's class. Colin, well 9, what's the chip strategy for the last 9? Here we go, Colin. You just missed it, but let's get into it then again. Dead end into 31. That's taking out Haaland, but even on the wild card, I could leave off Haaland if I wanted to. Looking at a wild card 32, as we spoke about earlier, then as well. Team doesn't need it, but with the fact I'm looking towards a bench boost in 33. That's why I'm looking towards a bench boost then, and then free hit in 34, triple captaincy in 36 on one of the City boys if Man City do get their double game week, which they should. But if it doesn't sound like it, I could even triple captain in 33. That'd save the wild card for 32. I wouldn't have to wild card. But yeah, let's see on that then as well. Jake Fleet, would you captain Ekitike or Thiago if you have both, or someone else like Bruno? If you're chasing, why not captain Thiago? Or sorry, why not captain Ekitike? Thiago's a good shot also, but that Spurs game you have to consider he's going to start anyhow, which I do think he will. I do think Salah starts as well, with the fact he got taken off at 60. Surely that's a game that gets up Salah's confidence. Right, the phone is popping here. William in the Discord here. Let's get back to the boys in the Discord also. Michael, what are we saying? This is dead into 32. Semenyo captain. Haaland. Let's see, would you consider Salah? William here then as well. What are you saying, William? I think I'd roll 2.4 in the bank, 1 free transfer. Raya, Gabriel, Virgil, Hill, Semenyo, Dango, Rogers, Bruno, Wilson, Ekitike, and Haaland. William's listening from Bratislava. Good man, William. Good stuff. Same as you, William. Same as you, William. Would you consider Salah? It'll be a loss. That's class. Watching for Bratislava though, William. Great stuff. Good man. Would you captain Ekatike or Thiago? I think I'll be captaining Ekatike there, right? You just have to assume he's going to start. Should I risk starting Wilson and Munoz and put Watkins as first sub? If you have Watkins, take him out. Bring in Thiago or Ekatike if you have Watkins. Surely you can get one of those if you already have Watkins. Mbeumo and Krupi out for Tavernier and Ekatike. I really like Tavernier this week. I think that's a game where you can do very well, and should have got a couple during the week then as well. Hit the bar twice, wasn't it? Looked very good against Sunderland the week before then as well. He's definitely been points dodging. This is the game I think he gets his haul. So if you want to do that for free, go for it. Especially if you're going to give Ekatike the armband, why not? We're doing Rodgers and Krupi to Tavernier and Thiago. Yeah, I like those two moves. Yeah, start, and at least you're bringing in Tavernier and Thiago, who play next week. I know you're getting rid of Rodgers and Krupi, but Rodgers has been stinking up my team then as well. Start 2 and Mbeumo, Rodgers and Tavernier, and Mbeumo and Tavernier. I think you're benching Rodgers there. Castle, please rate my team. Pickford, O'Reilly, Gabriel, Bruno, Mbeumo, Rodgers, Anderson, Enzo, Rodgers, Haaland, Thiago. Pickford is against Arsenal, fair enough, he's fine for save points. O'Reilly, Gabriel. Where's your second defender or third defender there? Castle, send it in. Bruno, Mbeumo, Rodgers, Anderson, Enzo, Rodgers. Maybe that's where you're missing your defender. All good, but Rodgers and Haaland to Ekatike and Salah. Maybe you can do that, Castle, let us know. Jake Fleet, would you captain Ekatike or Thiago? Ekatike, yeah, surely. Captain Salah, Ekatike or Bruno? Depends if you're chasing, but even in my rank I'm not chasing. I'm very tempted to go Salah myself. Could end up there. Can do Haaland and Rice to JP and Salah for free. It's a tough call but very tempting. If you're going to captain them, Claire, why not? Start 2 and Mbeumo, Rodgers and Tavernier. And Mbeumo and Tavernier done. Go with that. Jake Fleet, no bother at all, man. Top man. Good stuff. Right, 11:45. We've plenty of time before the deadline. Keep the questions coming in if you can. Appreciate all the new subs since we started this stream. We're about 80 subs or so off hitting 9k subs. It'd be great to hit that at all before the deadline. We're nearly on 40 likes also. If you are watching and you haven't clicked like on the stream, get like in the stream and we'll get opening our next pack of cards there on the World Cup set. Right then, let's see what the rest of them are doing. In the Patreon, hello mate, what's your thoughts on selling Haaland, Ekatike? Otherwise, any other changes? Nothing wrong with that move. Nothing wrong with that move, mate. If it's for free, grand. All good there, right? The questions are flying in here. Abdullah in the chat, only one move here. Raya, Munoz, Gabriel, Virgil, Sarr, Wilson, Bruno Fernandes, Dango, Haaland, Thiago, Calvert-Lewin. Much in the bank. Let us know there, Abdullah. Scott, hope you're well, mate. My current team for the day. What's your thoughts? Trying to save a transfer with 1.3 in the bank. Backed Haaland as he's such a good record against West Ham. Not sure on the captaincy there, Scott. It is a risk if you're bringing in Liverpool lads then as well. Easily could be rotated then too, but let's see. Any transfer here, brother? Don't forget me. I won't, lad. Don't worry. Raya, Virgil, Gabriel, Hill, Anderson, Bruno, Rodgers, Dango, Semenyo, Haaland, Ekatike. 3-5-2. You can roll. You can roll. J. 4 free transfers, 2.6 in the bank, 7 players without a game in 31. So you've got Raya, Gabriel, Rice who don't play, Haaland, Ekatike, Gehi, and is it Mane then as well as 7. Wow. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if Mukalele. 8 players at least if Mukalele is back. I'd focus on getting rid of the blank lads. Haaland and Rice to Salah. And what's left? Right, all good there. Martin McCormick in the chat. Krupi and Rodgers to Tavernier and Thiago. If 2 free transfers, I'd go for that. You're setting yourself up for some nice returns from Tavernier. If one player I wanted to own this week, that's being said, I have Salah already in the team. Hypothetically, Tavernier would be who I'd want this week. Burnley away, as I said, he was points dodging against Sunderland. He got that serious assist for Evan Nielsen, and then didn't get a return in the midweek game. Who were they playing midweek? I can't remember, but he hit the bar twice. a couple of shots on target against Sunderland then as well. He should have had a nice few hauls over the last couple of weeks. Tavernier is who I'd want this week. Shout out to the Oasis as well. I prefer that to Ribena, it's lovely. Alex, if anyone from Oasis is watching me, give us a few bottles sent over, will you please? Haaland and Enzo to Wirtz and Ekitike for free, or save transfers as a wildcard played already. Haaland and Enzo to Wirtz and Ekitike for free, Alex. Depends how you're set up for next week. If you've enough transfers to get you through 31, I'd go for just to get enough players playing for next week then as well. And at least you're bringing in, I know you're taking out Enzo who plays, but you're bringing in Wirtz and Ekitike who play in 31 then as well. So I'd probably look towards making those moves. Why not? Right, good stuff. I can see we just hit 40 likes on stream. Time for another pack. So let's see who we get on this pack. Keep the questions coming in on stream then as well while we're opening this then as well. 10 to 12, we have an hour and 40 minutes to go to the deadline. A lot to discuss before then as well. Keep the subs coming as well. We're about 79, 78 subs off hitting 9k then as well. A lot of work to do. I need to hit 9k first, but it'd be great to get close to that. What did we say? End of March to try and hit 9k. Fingers crossed we can do that. Right, here's pack number 2 of this World Cup set. I'm going to open them towards, I'm not even going to look at the first card. Let's see if I can guess them, because it don't actually say who's on the back of it then as well. It only says midfielder, etc. It doesn't say who it is. Right, who is that there? No, is that Spain? Is it? It is. Power up. Can't see. Defensive rock. Is it Hudson? I'm going to guess Hudson there as number 1. It is as well. Right, of Madrid. Number 2. That's not Haaland, is it? I think it is. We've just packed Haaland. Does that mean we should be keeping him? Wow. Is he going to be icon Erling Haaland? This is only a new set as well, as I said, so he could be worth a couple of pound or euro then as well. Is that a sign to keep Haaland? Wow, that's a good pull anyway. Erling Haaland in the pack then as well. Someone from Sweden there. Can't see who it is. Who is it there? Gyökeres. Wow, jeez, we're getting all the Premier League strikers. Erling Haaland is the best player we've packed in here so far. Goalkeeper here. Can't see who the jersey is. Don't know who that is. Colombia. It is, yeah. Camilo Vargas of Colombia. Wow. Next up here then. Right, that's just a break card. Is that Sar? Jeez, we're getting all the Premier League players. It is as well. Next up then, a goalkeeper of Poland. Am I right in saying that? That is, no, it's Austria. Alexander, don't know a second name, never mind that. Ruben Diaz of Man City then as well. So 2 Man City players in this pack. And last off, it's a midfielder. Is that from Japan? Kaiseo Sano. Gyökeres, Haaland and Ruben Diaz in that pack was some good going. Dean Hudson as well of Real Madrid also. Packed Erling Haaland. Maybe that's a sign to keep him. Who knows? I was filming with one during the week, and where is he gone? Oh, I'm not going to go searching for him yet. But I packed my own doppelganger. If we can get him here at all, where is he? Here we go. I packed this lad during the week. Open one for the crack, and we got Gyökeres. Or sorry, not Gyökeres. Vardiol. Gyökeres is on the mind after packing him there. Good pack though. Haaland, Diaz and Gyökeres. Right, let's get back to the FPL questions anyhow. What are we saying here? Right, Martin McCormick, yeah, go for those 2 moves. Haaland and Enzo to Wirtz and Ekitike. You're getting 2 extra players, so why not go for it? Alex Kelly, Haaland and Enzo to Wirtz. Yeah, go for that. Sorry, we said that. Karaoke, no Van de Ven, Romero and Paulina to Ekitike captaincy is looking nice. That's why I'm even considering bringing in Mo Salah as well. No Chelsea players from Supreme Leader 9. No Chelsea players, no. We don't want them, to be fair. Is it Everton next week in the blank game week? Maybe I'll be wanting João Pedro on the wild card. Probably will be, to be fair. But let's see where we do end up. We have to get through the blank game week first, but I don't think we can do. Stu Getty feels a risk taking Haaland out. He's got a decent record against West Ham, and Salah isn't exactly firing. However, it does feel like a pen could come against Spurs. Yeah, I'm looking towards probably a pen as a return for Salah, to be fair. Yeah, it's What even ownership is Salah? Let's have a look at what his ownership is. Bruno Fernandes is probably going to be the highest captain player this week. Mike is after going then as well. Need to buy a new mic. One of the legs has gone completely, and it's very annoying. That's the second time it's after falling this stream, so apologies about that. Whereas Salah here is definitely not even the first page of midfielders. Definitely not. 14 million. Is he worth 14 million? Absolutely not. 14%. He's a massive differential this week. As you can see there, 2 free transfers, 3 million in the bank. It's whether or not I just do that Salah move or not. For now, I am leaning towards it. I know GW30 is there as well. He was laughing at me for saying Salah captain, but if I do make that Salah move, I think I have to give him the armband. So let's see where we do end up there. Krynisha, well, mad thoughts on Rice, Mbeumo, or potentially Wirtz, Szoboszlai. Rice, if you're taking out Rice, I don't think I get rid of Rice before that Everton game. I know Arsenal they're at least level in their Champions League tie, but I do think Rice starts the game. They do have to win that game also. But if you were bringing in one, I think probably Szoboszlai is the safest one. Wirtz is probably the more potential to haul, but Szoboszlai from corners, set pieces, whatever there, I think you've probably more routes to points from Szoboszlai there. Even Defcon's there, he's more chance of getting Defcon over Wirtz there too. Claire can do Haaland and Rice to Salah and João Pedro for free. Very tempting, but JP's minutes against Newcastle are a concern. Worth it. Haaland and Rice to Salah to JP for free. Can you do Haaland and Rice to Salah and Ekitike, Claire? I'd prefer Ekitike over João Pedro, but do let us know. Nothing wrong with that move. On paper, it is very good. It's just the fact whether or not João Pedro is going to start. I saw, as I said during the week, I've seen on the Chelsea forums that there's a good chance João Pedro is rested. I don't know, is it the week to bring him in? What is it? Is it 4-2 or 5-2? I think it's 4-2. Am I right in saying that? Or maybe PSG got another one in the last minute also. I think it's 5-2 actually, yeah. 3 goals for Chelsea to get back. Could be a route for João Pedro to be benched with all eyes in that Champions League tie during the week. Or an early sub. Who knows, but they do have to beat Newcastle first off this weekend. Anyway, let me know if you can do Salah and Ekitike, Claire. I'd want to be attacking that. I'd want to be attacking that Spurs game. Is all. In Spain and Ireland, lovely and sunny. Hope the holidays are going well, man. Good stuff. Semenyo buddies worked out well. Yeah, I was hoping he got the second goal. He didn't. At least he outscored Haaland. That's all that matters anyway. Chicken burger or quarter pounder? Depends if we're talking about a chicken breast sandwich from Supermax. Chicken breast sandwich all the way, but in a normal chipper I'd be going for a quarter pounder over the chicken that they have in a normal chipper. But chicken breast sandwich from Supermax, that's what we're saying there. Good man. Hope the holidays are going well, and great to see you as always. Right, 5 to 12, an hour and 34 minutes or so to go until the deadline. Let's keep this going then as well. Emil and Mbeumo, Haaland to Ekitike and Salah. Thoughts? I'm chasing. Why not? If you're chasing, go for it. Even myself, as I said, I'm not chasing. On top of this, could be another week where it ruins all my money leagues. I'm looking at here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm in 18 money leagues and I'm top of all of them at the moment. It's no good being top of them now if you're not top of them in game week 38. This could be a game week where it absolutely messes my season up completely. But all I care about is rank. It comes part and parcel. If you have a good rank, you're surely going to do well in all your leagues. For now, I don't care about who's behind me in my mini leagues and money leagues. I just care about my own rank, and that's why I think it's a good shout to go for that. Michael, yeah, we got back to in the Discord as well, man. Let me know what you think, if you're happy to get Salah or not. Get back to me there. Hard to know, worried about Haaland play time, William. Yeah, I'm afraid he's gonna be rested. It's very poor midweek. Let me know, Michael, your thoughts on getting Salah or not. But apologies, only got back to this morning. Was away during the week then as well. But let me know what you think of that, Michael. Right then, Stu Getty. Horrible to think about needing extra money to then get Haaland back in as well. If you have your wild card, you can get Haaland back, so don't be worrying about that. I have all 4 chips to play. If you don't have your wild card, don't go with that Salah move. It's a luxury move if you do go for that move, like myself. But as I said, if I do bring in Salah and Thiago, I'll have 11 players next week, 12 if Mukiele is back. So I think I'm in a position to probably take a punt or that. It might come back to haunt me. I'm feeling a bit punty over the last couple of weeks anyhow. So let's see. But for now, let's see. I am leaning towards bringing in Salah. Let's see. Lumco over on Twitter. I'm tuned in. Lumco, great to see you tuned in, man. Good stuff. Love that. Yeah, let's see. Right, 12 o'clock, an hour and a half to go. Deadline. What's Andy saying here about Salah? What is he saying? Right, yeah. Grand. Mbeumo and Haaland take a TK and Salah. If you're chasing, go for it. Why not? Richards or Alderete this week. Sunderland against Brighton at home. Both lads shouts of some DEFCON. I think both will concede. Sunderland being at home are probably better than Crystal Palace at home. Crystal Palace focusing a lot on the Europe. Maybe start Alderete. Sunderland at home are a different story. Feels like Chelsea and City can't risk resting with the needs in the league. True. Pep is going to be thinking about that Champions League game, and he's already hinted at resting. I don't think Haaland is rested. I think it's just a week where I can probably take a punt on him, especially with him blanking next week then as well. I don't have to worry about getting him back until the wild card. It is a risk. If you want to follow me, not that I'm doing it yet, I might even shy away from doing it. But looking at this now, 69% of voters. What am I even saying? I think Haaland will start tonight. Very fair. That's not great for me, who's considering taking him out. But let's see. Right, who are people captaining here? Let's get this poll up and running here then as well. While I'm doing that, keep the questions coming. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, please do head on down there, click subscribe on the channel. We're trying to get to 9k subs. It'd be great to hit 9k subs, or get close to 9k subs before the end of the stream. Haaland, Ekitike, Salah. Salah's going to be a differential in himself anyway. And Bruno. Let's put Salah slash Ekitike. And then we'll put Thiago in as option number 4. Right then. Let's see what the chat is saying on that. Right. Let's get back to where we were. FTBL09, good to see you in the chat, man. Thoughts on playing free hit on game week 31? If you have the players, or if you don't have the players available, you need to get enough players in. Nothing wrong with going with the free hit, but you might have a bigger upside in 33. But look, play it 1 week at a time. Depends how many players you have in 31. If you only have 5 or 6 players, I think you probably have to play the free hit and use your free transfers then to worry about then the blank. Well, sorry, the isn't it a blankish? No, it's 34 the blank after the double. So maybe you look towards bringing in players who don't blank in 34 in your free transfers. But depends how many free transfers you have. Do let us know there. Horrible to think about needing them extra money to then get Haaland back. Yeah, if you don't have a wildcard available, leave Haaland in the team. Captain Bruno or Ekitike or Thiago, any kit. If you're chasing, nothing wrong with going Ekitike. If you're trying to hold rank, Bruno will be the highest captained, I think, this week anyway, out of a safety or for the safety net. So nothing wrong with going with that. It's going to be weird wanting a Bruno blank but United win with I think he's going to be over 100% effective ownership anyway. But it's all eyes on that game at Anfield, or at least for the lineup on Sunday. I think if Salah starts, I think he returns. Looking at that Spurs team, I think he or the Spurs squad or what they have available, if he starts, he returns. That's why I'm looking towards bringing him in, and it's a good week to take a risk. Big risk. That being said, taking out Haaland, he probably will probably start, but I didn't like the look of him during the week. So right, all good there. Saw Doctor, what's your team song when you start the stream? I don't have a clue. One of the lads at work made that intro for me 2 years ago. I'm actually not sure what it is. I think it's something off the commercial library on CapCut or something, or maybe it is, I'm not sure, but I'm actually not sure what it is. I probably have to turn it down as well. Someone was saying it's too loud when the stream starts, but I don't know. I'm so lost on who to captain. Josh, Top of my league, need to decide on Haaland, Bruno Fernandes, Thiago, Ekitike. Bruno feels like the safe move. Yeah, if you're unsure who to captain, Bruno Fernandes is what you should probably be doing. Especially with you being top. Depends how much clear are you of your guys in second and third place. As I said, I'm top of the majority of my leagues, but even at that, you need to attack the fixtures. Don't care about leagues. Play what's in front of you. That's literally it. So that's what I'm looking towards. If I speak about bringing in Salah all stream, and I don't do it, I think I'm just talking myself into doing the Salah move. If I don't do the Salah move now, I think it's a bit hypocritical. So I might even talk myself out of it. But out of those there, Josh, Haaland, Bruno Fernandes, Thiago, Ekitike. Bruno is a safe move, but I do think Liverpool are going to run right against that Spurs team. Rodgers or Calvert-Lewin, choose one. Much of a muchness there, really. Calvert-Lewin because he's on penalties. That's it. LFC, how are you last night, Galway United? What did you think? I saw the miss at the end. Wasn't watching it. I was actually in the gym when it was on. Of course, it was Hickey that scored. I still like Hickey. But we've had some bad luck over the last couple of weeks, conceding goals with 10 minutes to go. Not ideal. They played well. Could have got an equaliser in the 92nd, 3rd minute. We look okay. We do look okay. Bo's top of the league. To be fair, before the game, you would have thought we were going to lose that game anyway. So look, you can't be too upset with a 1-0 loss against the top of the table. So yeah, we need to win them on the night anyway. Let's see how we get on there. So James, hi mate, would you start Rodgers or Sarr? Both give me a headache. They're rubbish when you play them, and Hall when you bench them. Probably Sarr because he's on penalties. I'd start Sarr there. Hopefully you started them against Spurs during the week, or during last week's round of games. Is Wilson fit to play? Sounds like he's going to be okay. If you have him, you start him. Try and start him, because it sounds like Jimenez is going to miss out because his father passed away. So that probably, if Jimenez is out, Wilson should be on penalties there. But Jimenez could still even play. Jimenez might want to play. I think it's down to the player's decision if they want to play or not, isn't it? But if Jimenez isn't there, if Wilson does start, Wilson should be on penalties there. So keep that in mind also when you're considering benching him or not. Claire can do Haaland and Rice, Salah and Ekitike. I probably would do that. Wanting JP for Everton and gave me 31, but attacking Spurs could be the way to go. Just not too sure about form and minutes from Liverpool players. Big decision. Right, let me see this now. Right, if I do Haaland out, Rodgers out, Salah, yeah, had it already done there, and Thiago. I hate the way it doesn't let you pick. Thiago 7-2. Have I enough for Joe Pedro then? That is about it, I'd say. Oh, I've just enough then to do. Wow. Next week then I can bring in Joe Pedro up front if needs be. FPL price changes. Let's have a look if Joe Pedro's close to a rise or anything. I don't think he should be. Let's have a look at his name here. Pedro. No. Potentially tomorrow. Hopefully he's rested tonight, so isn't they playing today? Yeah. I can do Guy to Pedro then if I wanted to next week. Taking out Salah or taking out Haaland and bringing in I'm bringing in Salah, but that means I've enough to do Guy to Pedro if I wanted to next week, and that'll put me in a better position for the blank game week. But then Chelsea still have to play the midweek games also. Right. Anyway, back to this. Is Wilson fit to play? Just play him in it. Playing FPL Andy and Cup. What should I do to beat him? Carl, watch his stream. That's what you should do to beat him. Stay here though if you can. He's flying though. Wow. Cahill Flynn. You should probably tweet him and say what's your moves. D McDonald, yes era, hope you're keeping well. D, all good man, hope you're keeping well too. Martinez, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Hill, Rice, Rodgers, and Buemo, Semenyo, Haaland, Ekitike, Captain Thiago. Like the Ekitike captaincy there. Dubravka, Collins, Anderson, Stash. Thoughts? Martinez against United could get you save points at least. Gabriel, Van Dijk, Hill. Strong defence like myself. Rice, Rodgers and Buemo Semenyo, all good there in that midfield. No Bruno Fernandes though might hurt you there. 2, Haaland, Ekitike, Thiago, strong team, you can probably roll. If you have a couple of free transfers, you can either do Haaland and Rodgers to Salah, and I don't think you can get João Pedro, can you? If you have enough for João Pedro, maybe you go for that, see how you get on. I'm 30 points behind my Money League leader. I know we'll captain Fernandes since he does the same moves as YouTubers. Who should I captain apart from Fernandes? If you have Ekitike, captain Ekitike. If you don't have him, maybe get him in. But if you think he's going to go Bruno Fernandes, I do think Bruno Fernandes as well this week. But I'd probably look towards captaining someone else. Where 30 points still in over 9 game weeks, you could easily get that with all the chips going. So maybe you could even still leave it on Bruno Fernandes if you think he's going to captain Bruno Fernandes. But I think that Liverpool fixture for Spurs is a game where they can do well in. That's why I'm looking at the triple up. But let's see how we go. Right, 50 people watching us, which is great to see. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, please head on down there, click subscribe on the channel. An hour and 21 minutes to go until the deadline. Still a lot to decide on my own team myself this week. If I am bringing in Salah, if I'm keeping Haaland, who am I giving the Airman to? Yeah. But yeah, keep the likes coming in then as well. We're 13 likes off hitting 60, and when we hit 60 likes, we'll be opening our next pack of World Cup cards there then as well. So keep the likes coming in on stream if you can at all, and get those subs in. It'll be very much appreciated and get us one step closer to hitting 9k subs. Right, Sakib, great to see you, Sakib, in the chat. 2 free transfers. Should I do Mukulele and Rice to Alderete Verts? No. Keep Mukulele, should be back for next week. And Verts or Haaland and Rice to Salah and JP. Leaning towards the first one at the moment. Captain will be Verts, Salah or Ekitike. Wouldn't do Mukulele out, no, definitely not. Haaland and Rice to Salah and João Pedro. Don't mind that second move at all. It's just because João Pedro could be benched is the only thing. Or maybe he mightn't be. Yeah, it's taking a risk anyway. But I wouldn't take out Mukulele. It's meant to be back for next week, so let's see. Kevin Turan in the chat. Kevin, hope all is well, man. Good to see you as always. Transfer Ekitike for Haaland. If you're giving the armband, why not go for it? I have 2 free transfers. Should I transfer Harry Wilson for Rice and Ekitike for Haaland? Don't take out Wilson, no. Haaland for Ekitike is alright if you're going to captain him, but be warned, Haaland could easily do something against West Ham. I don't know what's wrong with me in the last couple of weeks. I'm feeling a bit more punty over the last while. Worked last week on Semenyo. Let's see if it works this week at all. Transfer in Ekitike for Haaland. If you're looking to captain them, if you are chasing, there's nothing wrong with doing it for the next couple of weeks or so. But if you have your wild card available, make sure you have plans to get Haaland back, especially with the doubles incoming for City, or the potential doubles as well. Adam, of 2 free transfers, should I transfer Harry Wilson for Rice and Ekitike for Haaland? Wouldn't take out Wilson, or is that doing Rice to Wilson? Not sure on that. Wilson's a bit of a doubt, or yeah, he is a bit of a doubt this week, so maybe keep Rice. But Haaland for Ekitike, only if you're considering captaining the Liverpool man, is what I'd do that for. Oh, McDonald, who the bench and who the captain out of Haaland, Ekitike, Thiago, Wilson, Semenyo, Tavernier, Bruno, Dango. You have a big bench and headache there on. Captaincy out of those, Ekitike if you wanted to there. No, you do have Bruno, sorry. If you want to play it safe, Bruno Fernandes. If you want to go somewhere outside of Bruno and Haaland, I don't think it's the week to captain Haaland anyway. Maybe even Ekitike there. Thiago, Wilson, Semenyo, Tavernier, Bruno, Dango. That's what I need to consider then the vice captaincy. If I'm captaining Salah, or hypothetically if I bring in Salah, I'm giving the captaincy, I'm going to vice captain Bruno. I do think it's sensible to bring in Thiago then as well to try and protect the rank. Also, no Thiago on Monday night could hurt me as well, especially if the captaincy pick or punt doesn't pay off then as well, hypothetically, if I do go that way as well. Who the bench out of those? Haaland, Ekitike, Thiago, Wilson, Semenyo, Tavernier, Bruno, Dango. I'd still try and start Wilson. That means you probably have to bench Dango if you already have Thiago. Captaincy, Bruno, Ekitike. If I was captaining Bruno or Ekitike, I think I'd go Bruno because of penalties. It's just because of Salah does play, which I do think he will play, subbed off after 60. I think he gets the penalties. Or he should get the penalties. That's why I'm leaning towards Salah. Right, what else have we here? Grand. Right, 12:15. A lot of messages to get back on the Patreon. Keep the questions coming. If you're in my positions, 3 free transfers, what will you do? What's your thoughts on selling Haaland to Ekitike? Otherwise, how's the team looking? Will you have Ekitike if you bring him in? Andre, let me know on that, man. J 10.4 Haaland and Rice's Ekitike. So grand. Start one: Munoz, Wilson, Anderson, Krupi. Start one Wilson out of those. Semenyo, Scott. What would you recommend then for captain other than Haaland, or me transferring Salah, Bruno? Semenyo's a good shout for the Ironman. Also, if you want that, Mo Villa in the chat, in the Patreon chat. Sorry, how aggressive I think I should be. I don't know. Who should I captain? Was thinking Haaland Ekitike at one point, but Haaland record is a joke against West Ham. I think he scored. Should I keep Wilson on the bench also? I don't think you can fit him in. I don't think you can fit in Wilson. What are we going to do more here? Right, Virgil, Gabriel, Senesi, Rice, Dango. Maybe bench Dango. Rice, Haaland and Rice to Salah and Ekitike. Oh my god, why does the predictive text do something else there? Right, Mo, let me know on that. Devaughan, start one: Munoz, Wilson, Anderson, Krupi. Wilson out of those. You have to hope he plays anyway. I've O'Reilly and Guy. I think you're saying there, Hassan, or is it Gahey? Is it? O'Reilly to Virgil. If you don't have Virgil, get Virgil in there as well. Should be a clean sheet for Liverpool in that game. Is it Semenyo versus West Ham for captain? I'm considering. All depends if I bring. I've 7 players out of fixture, so it's either transfer few out or full team, or not to have a full team. Right, back to the chat here. Bench order: Munoz, Anderson, Krupi. Is that Anderson of Fulham or Anderson of Nottingham Forest there? Devaughan, let us know. Ekitike or Fernandes captain. Nothing wrong with Ekitike. Nothing wrong with Bruno Fernandes either. I think both do well. Surprised that actually Salah and Ekitike is winning on the poll there, which is interesting. Bruno's a safe pick. He's going to be captained, I think, the highest this week then as well, considering Haaland is not a big doubt. He is fit, but I do think Pep, imagine if Haaland gets injured in the West Ham game. Won't be ideal at all. But Marmoush, with the fact Marmoush is on the graphic for the City game, that could mean he's rested, or it might mean anything at all. The Vaughan, let me know, is that Anderson of Forest or Anderson of Fulham there? Do let us know, man. Right, 12:15, an hour and 13 or so to go until the deadline. All good, mate. You sorted another chat. Nice one, sound. If I bring him in, I will. Need to have a proper. Right, all good there. Senesi or Hill, if you want to save some money there, Stevie, bring in Hill. Nothing wrong with Hill. He's on long throw-ins as well. Good assist potential then as well from them long throw-ins, and he's a DEFCON magnet then as well. 4 or 5 in his last 7 games he's got DEFCON. I was looking at him during the week then as well. Fulham of Anderson, that's fine. So Munoz, Anderson, Krupi in that order is all good there. Nothing wrong with that. Right, all good there. Nice one. Right, any other questions, keep them coming in. We're 5 likes off 60 likes. Once we hit 60 likes, we'll be opening up our next World Cup pack as well, so do keep the questions coming here then as well. I'm in between Bruno and him. Andre, fair enough. Jay, just the 2 transfers this week: Semenyo captain or Salah, if you have Salah. Got both, just don't know who to start. Stevie, can you start the two of them against Burnley? Sending the rest of the team there, Stevie. Surely you can't be benching two lads playing against Burnley. Surely not. Sending the rest of it there. Alice here, what he was saying, going to roll, I think, even though Rodgers is shy. I have 5 blankers next week, so if I do 2 transfers, I think I'll end up having to take a hit. Actually, I only need 3 transfers for Arsenal defenders and Semenyo. Thinking of going Salah and Ekatike. So looking at Alice's team here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do Leeds play next week? They do, don't they? Or are they blanking as well? Yeah, they do. So you have 9 at the moment for next week, Alice. Let's see, you have 9. How many transfers have you? Let's see. 4 free transfers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Haaland and Rodgers, yeah. And Rodgers to Salah and Ekatike. We'll give you 10. And 1 move next week gets... Right. Bring in Tavernier or Brentford midfielder Natsby. One player I'd love to own this week is Tavernier, so get Tavernier in there. That's what I'd want up there. Rodgers or Wilson to start with. Wilson, again, if Jimenez is missing out, Wilson will be on penalties if he does play. He was on the Peter Crouch podcast on Monday. That's when it was recorded, saying he's got a bit of a niggle, and then Silva said he's in contention to be in the squad this weekend. So if he's in the squad, I think he'll start him. Got both, just don't know who to start. Stevie, sending the rest of the defence there. Surely you can start the 2 lads against Burnley, surely. Tavernier, Natsby is who'll be going for there. Rodgers or Wilson, Rooney, Wilson there. Curl around the world. Would you sell Haaland to bring in João Pedro? Not this week, no. If it was Ekatike or Thiago, yes. João Pedro, no, not with Chelsea chasing that game. Should I start Rodgers? I can't sell him because I need him for the blank game week. Who else have you Devon? Let me know. Send in the 11 there, the 15 players that you have on your team, but nothing wrong with starting them. If you have to, let's say over the likes of Anderson of Fulham, I'd start Rodgers over him. He did score twice against United, so let's see. Yeah, very limited info before the deadline. A lot of people on Twitter here, Captain and Ekatike. Concerned about minutes. Rice out to get Ekatike. I do think Ekatike starts it. 60-70 minutes is enough for Ekatike against that Spurs team, so nothing wrong with that. They think going Haaland, Krupi, Semenyo to Palmer, Pedro, Ekatike is worth it. Already have Salah cover with Verts. Do you think going Haaland, Krupi, Semenyo? Do not get rid of Semenyo. No, I don't agree with that. Even if it's just Haaland and Krupi to Pedro, Ekatike, can you do that? Do not get rid of Semenyo. Definitely not. No. Semenyo only played 17 last week. Pep absolutely loves him. I wouldn't get rid of Semenyo. Definitely not. Paul in the chat. Paul, good man. Hello mate. Sent my team. If you can have a look. No free transfers though. So what do you think? I'm assuming it's on Twitter. Paul. Here we go. A minute ago. Good to see it. Right. Raya, Gabriel, Virgil, Hill. Backline there, same as myself, all good to go there. Bruno, Semenyo, Dango, Palmer, Wilson, Haaland, Krupi, João Pedro. I'm assuming you're playing 3-5-2, all good to go there. Paul, let us know if that's alright. Roll there. You might have a bit of a benching headache or a benching scenario with João Pedro, etc. if they don't play. Even Palmer, is he going to play him? Surely he doesn't, and he's taken off early. But Haaland as well. I do think Haaland starts. It's just the risk of him not starting. My bench is poor enough as is, but then bringing in Salah, will Salah be rested? It's hard to know, but that's the perfect game for Salah to get his confidence up. Let us know how you end up. Right, all good there. Right, 25 past 12. Do you think Raul Jimenez starts over Munoz? As we were saying, his father passed away, so it's a bit of uncertainty whether or not he's going to start, to be honest with you. So if you have him, I think you do play him. I nearly brought him in last week to attack that West Ham game. At least he didn't. Market odds: Liverpool 0.16. Projected goals and clean sheet odds: Liverpool are projected to get 2.63 goals against Spurs. All good there, grand. That was just a bit of a piss take. Right, all good there. Tavernier versus Mbeumo. Tavernier this week. Haaland and Rodgers to Thiago and Salah. Nothing wrong with that. I'm looking at that myself. Krugby Jr. versus Bernie or Wilson Forrest. Paul, I think still Wilson. That being said, if Jimenez doesn't start, and if Wilson does start, he gets penalties. So I think I'd go with that. I'd go with Wilson. Salah and Ekatika is a must, Stevie. I think so too. Right, where's Devaughan here? Sorry, Devaughan. Right, Virgil, Gabriel, Munoz, Hill, Anderson, Rodgers, Wilson, Rice, Dango, Bruno Fernandes, Haaland, Krupi, Thiago. Haaland and Krupi up front. Bruno, Dango, Rice, Wilson, Rodgers and Haaland to Ekatika and Salah. Devaughan, surely you can do that. Do let us know. I think you're good to go then. Yeah, do we go with Salah? All good there. Right, good stuff. Grand. Already have Ekatika and Thiago. Would you sell Haaland to bring in João Pedro this week? Curl around the world. I don't think I'll be doing that this week. No, I don't think I'd be locking that in. Definitely not. Saw Doctor, a few Irish lads in the 12:30 starting lineups in the Championship. Who's playing at it? Coventry at 12:30. Who else is playing at 12:30? Is it Southampton? Sorry. Let's see the lineups in that game. Is Manning starting? He is. Azaz, good stuff. Azaz and Manning are starting against the leaders. Wright was rested during the week for Coventry. I'm keeping a close eye on Coventry. They're one of the boys at work supports them. Middlesbrough as well. Is there any Irish lads in the Middlesbrough team? Brown as well. Good stuff. Anyone for Bristol? Doesn't. Is that Knight as well? Jason Knight. Jesus, a lot. 4 lads anyway. 4 lads of the Ireland setup at least are in the 12:30, which is good to see. They're getting minutes anyway. Krupi, Senesi, Enzo and Timber to Ekatika, Hill, Tavernier and Anderson. Nothing wrong with those. Ekatika, Hill, Tavernier I really like. Why not go for it? Get those locked in. Why not go for it? 62 likes. Time for another pack. Great to see that then as well. Keep the likes coming in. We're 73 subs off hitting 9k. Surely can we get close to in 8,950 before the end of the stream? That'd be great. Keep the questions coming in then as well. An hour and 5 minutes to go until the deadline. Here's pack number 3. As I said, these were just released on Wednesday or Thursday, so they're very new. Anyway, packed Messi in another pack as well. I forgot to show that. I think he's going for a tenner or something. That's the Messi card there. What is it, the 100 club or what is he? Golden Ball. I think on eBay. I'm obviously not selling them anyway. He's listed on eBay for a tenner. Is he even worth a tenner? I'm not sure. That's why I'm not selling them. Just going through the hardship of that just for a tenner. I don't think it's probably worth it, but maybe he will. Right. Anyway, here we go. This is pack number 3. Once we hit 80 likes, then I'm not looking over here so I don't see who I'm packing. Once we hit 80 likes, we'll be opening pack number 4 then. Who is this? Is that someone from Brazil? Midfield. Is that Casemiro? It is. Lovely, right. Casemiro. Good start there. Another shiny, which is a bit strange. Who is that? Cannot see. Is it Australia? Fan favourite Marco Stamenic. It's New Zealand. Sorry, not Australia. That's Poland, surely, isn't it? Sebastian. Not even going to try and pronounce that second name. Is that 20? Is that Pedro? Pedri. Sorry. Pedro, close enough. What nation is that? Croatia, surely, is it? No, it's not. Paraguay, isn't it? Yeah. Matías Villasanti. Next up then, we already packed Erling Haaland earlier, which is good to see. No clue who that is. Not even going to try and pronounce that name. Right. Another Norwegian. Speaking of Erling Haaland, another Norwegian. Oscar Bob. Wow. Norway have a nice setup. Good strong squad. Last pack then. France. Is that Thuram? It is. Marcus Thuram. Lovely, right. And just so you can see, they don't actually say the player's name on the back. It only says a forward. Unless I'm being stupid there. Yeah, no, it doesn't say who it is. So, good guess there, Marcus Thuram at the end. Pack number 3 out of the way. A lot of questions. Right, Higgins is giving out here that I'm not replying to him. Higgins, apologies. We're on stream, man. Let's keep this going. What are we saying, Higgins? What are you looking for? 2 free transfers, no wildcard. I'll need to keep where possible, or I can just bring in people for now for the double game and whatever. I'm going to stick with this team, and who will I captain and bench? I was going to leave it as is and have Thiago vice captain. Semenyo, a good shout, but I'd afraid. The early sub. He starts. Right, then you have no Liverpool. Oh, Zekatika there at least. Ryan on the bench. Zekatika. Right, no bother Higgins. I think I am getting... Right, all good there. Back to the chat. Hour to go to the deadline. Paul, what are we saying? I got rid of Enzo for Palmer. I'm starting to wonder if it was worth it, to be honest. Got rid of Enzo for Palmer. Don't know. Let's see. I do think there'll be some rotation during the weekend, yeah, but sure, look, nothing wrong with that. Salah and Ekatika is a must. It definitely is. Should I do Haaland and Garner to Salah and João Pedro, or should I do Timber and Marquis to Ekatika and Hill? I'll have a full 11 next week if I do the later transfer. It's probably better move Timber and Marquis to Ekatika and Hill, to be honest with you. That probably makes more sense, yeah. Why not go for it? Get those done. James McGurr 6, Haaland and Rodgers to Salah and Ekatika. Love your captaincy videos on Instagram, James McGurr. Appreciate that, man. I think I'd go for it. I think I'm going to make the Salah move myself. Haaland and Rodgers, yeah, go for James, why not? Tarek, hello mate, good to see you Tarek, good man. Got Petrovic, Gabriel, Timber, Van Dijk, Rice, Rodgers, Wilson, Bruno, Szoboszlai, Haaland, Thiago. Benching Dubravka, Rodon, Mukiele, Marshall with 1.5 million in the bank and 1 free transfer. Petrovic, Gabriel, Timber, Van Dijk, Rice, Rodgers, Wilson, Bruno, Szoboszlai, Haaland, Thiago. Benching Dubravka, Rodon, Mukiele, Marshall, 1 free transfer. You can't do much there with the 1 free transfer, so I think you just roll. Are you captain in Bruno? Are you captain in Thiago? Out of those, I'd probably go Thiago. No, sorry, I'd probably go Bruno. Sorry. Thiago's a good shout though then as well, so go with that. Manning to score a free kick. Yeah, it's Coventry at home. How are Southampton? Southampton are surely up there as well, are they? 7th. Fair enough. They're up there then as well. They're looking to get into that playoff spot. Wilson or Rodgers this week? Wilson. If Wilson starts and Jimenez isn't in the squad, Wilson should be on penalties. So that's why I'm saying Wilson there. Thoughts on Hickey scoring last minute last night, but with the wrong jersey on. I know. Of course, it was him then as well. We've had very bad luck over the last couple of weeks, conceding late on. Of course it was Hickey. I don't know who was marking him, but there's nobody on him as well. Yeah, it's we've been unlucky the last couple of weeks. We need a win Monday night though. That's all I'll say on that. Marco, would you start Munoz or Kanate, Dubravka or Sanchez, and Lafay or Wilson? Wilson. Start Sanchez. If he doesn't start, Dubravka can come in. Rosenier said Sanchez is one of the best keepers in the league. That probably means he's going to get benched again anyway. but I probably would still start him. And then Munoz or Kanate, you have to start Kanate, and hope he starts with that game anyway. Munoz is back in contention anyway, but yeah, I'd start Kanate. See, can you fit in Munoz as well? Send in the rest of the team, Marco, if you can. Right, I need to move this over here a bit. Right, good few questions to get through here then as well. How are we looking? Right, Abdullah, what are we saying? Not really, 0.2 only. One free transfer, so leave it off. You've cover on the bench. All good there. John, I don't hit the Salah move, but wouldn't it be wise to just roll and reassess next game week? Haaland doesn't play next week, so I'm considering the risk. Is Haaland and Rodgers, Thiago and Salah worth it? If you have enough players for next week, go for it, Jadine. Go for it. If you have enough for next week and you can afford to take the punt, why not go for it? A few new subs there on the channel, really do appreciate that. We're on the road to 9k subs. Keep them coming in if you wouldn't mind. We're nearly on 50 people watching us. If you are one of those 50, go down there please, click subscribe. Only takes a second to do, and it really does help out the channel. You don't actually do realise how much it helps the channel, so keep them coming if you wouldn't mind. Lenny, surely City would be looking to bounce back from a hammering during the week. Pep would have murdered them after the match and then training to G them up for today's game as a must win. Haaland for captain, it's a risk. It is a risk. If you want to go for it, go for it. But I do think, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm lying to myself that I what is wrong with this? Maybe I'm lying to myself that I think Haaland is going to be rested just because they need 3 goals. He didn't look himself during the week. It's going to be a stroke of genius if he's if he's benched. It's going to be a stroke of stupidity if he starts and gets 2 tonight and then Salah's benched on Sunday. Honestly, don't know. Yeah, it's going to be a late one anyway, deciding. Right, Mike. Well, lad, what's the plans for this week? Haaland out, maybe. I'm toying with it. I've been speaking about it all stream. If I don't do it now, it's going to be 2 hours wasted of chatting nonsense. But I do think I will do it. I'm just gonna hold the suspense. I've got 2 free transfers. Might just roll again. There's absolutely nothing wrong with rolling either. There's only 9 game weeks left in the season. That being said, if I do make the Salah move, I'll still have 11, 12 next week if Mukalele is back. So I've plenty. I've got plenty of cover. Fingers crossed nobody gets injured this week anyway. But yeah, I should have enough players for next week. That's why I'm considering doing the Haaland and Rodgers move out to get Salah and Thiago in. We're bringing in Thiago at least. I did want him anyway, and I do want it for next week then too. So Wolves are in decent form, but Brentford do look good as well. 2 goals in the cup for Thiago then as well. He'll definitely get my rank down if I don't have him and he does well. So that's another another reason why I'm thinking of bringing in Thiago there too. Andy P, loving the stream, appreciate that, Andy, great to hear. Thinking of rolling the 1 transfer this week, however only have Van Dijk. Thinking of doing Haaland, Tika, Rodgers to Szoboszlai or Gakpo. Leave off Gakpo anyway. Pedro and Thiago front 3. If you want some cover, Haaland, Tika is fine. It could be worth the risk getting rid of Haaland for a 1 week, 2 week punt. Why not? Nothing wrong with it at all. But sure, look, if you want to go for it, and then maybe consider captain him if you do bring him in. But sure, look, see how you go. But I'd probably want at least 2 Liverpool players this week. It's sensible to have at least 2. So why not do it? Why not bring in 2? Right then, would you consider? Marco. So my current lineup is Sanchez, Senesi, Gabriel, Munoz. Have you covered for Sanchez? At least you do with the Dubravka. That's fine. Senesi, Gabriel, Munoz, Wilson, Fernandez, Semenyo, Rice, Thiago, Joe Pedro, and Haaland. Benches Kanate. Can you play Kanate? I probably would play Kanate over Munoz if you could with that Spurs game. Wilson, Fernandez, Semenyo, Rice, Thiago, Joe Pedro and Haaland to Ekitike maybe. Even Rice to Salah. If you have 2 free transfers available, that's bringing in players then for the blank game week. Only if you have your wild card as well for next week too, so you can get back Haaland in after he even plays Chelsea and Arsenal. If you want to go away from Haaland, maybe you can do that then too. I'll leave that with you. Would you consider Dewsbury Hall to Tavernier and Rodgers to Soboslai for no hits? I like the Tavernier move this week. You're bringing in when you're taking out 2 players, that bring in 2 players that play in blank game week 31. Make sure you have enough players playing next week first off, and yeah, see how. Let me know on that then as well. But make sure you're taking out players that blank next week instead of taking out players who play next week. I know you're bringing in players that play next week, but make sure you've enough for next week before considering those moves. Shane Goodwin, Spurs fan in the chat. Shane, first off, let me know what you think the score is going to be Sunday. Let me know on that. And are you considering captain a Liverpool player against your own team? 2 questions for you there, Shane. Let us know. Who to start out of Tarkowski, Maguire, Goodmanson, please. Tarkowski against Arsenal, I'll probably leave off that. Goodmanson, Leeds are playing Crystal Palace, aren't they? Maguire. Tarkowski, a good shout for DEFCON. It's between Maguire and Tarkowski. Probably Maguire, because United are playing at home. I'd probably go Maguire. And that's not the United bias in me, by the way. I do think Arsenal get a couple against Everton. Tarkowski probably a better shout of DEFCON, could be 3 or 4 points. Arsenal probably score 2, that's a -1, 3 max. Maguire probably is a better shout of an attack and return or a clean sheet, so go with that. Shane, let me know if you're captaining Liverpool player and what you think the score is going to be on Sunday. Treslin, play O'Reilly, Alderete, Wilson, bench 1. Alderete, play O'Reilly in the hopes he starts. You have to play Wilson anyway, so I'd go with that there for sure. Can you show your bench? Not much to shout about on the bench. I'm on top of a money league, and they got like an email. I got an email. It's well around this money league anyway, but the person who sent the email called me out for having a Timu bench, which I do, to be fair. I play the game as all that matters is your starting 11. I hate having players on the bench returning and they're not in your starting 11. So that's just the way I play the game. Fair enough, some weeks it hasn't paid off when the likes of Nastave so went in for 0 points, but that's the way I just play the game. So yeah, not much to shout out on the bench. That's why I'm looking towards a game week 32 wildcard to set myself up for a 33 bench boost. But that's just the way I play the game. No point having players who play on the bench. It's fine to have one player at least for cover, but I just hate looking at a player on the bench returning, so I just focus on having a strong starting 11. But not much to shout out on the bench. Esteve can sub in if Wilson isn't playing. Let's hope he gets some DEFCON if I need him. What do you think of swapping Enzo or Rodgers to Gakpo? No, do not bring in Gakpo, definitely not. Castle, what do you think of bench Rodgers or DCL? DCL on penalties, why not just start him? Mike, I may roll because I've got 2 Arsenal defenders and 1 Palace defender next week. Fair enough. Incognito, I use my wildcard on my goalkeeper Sanchez. Should I transfer him out or save a transfer this week? Save a transfer, just start him. If he doesn't start, he doesn't start. It's hard to know between him and Jorgensen anyway. Just play him. Hopefully you've got the Bravka on the bench at least for cover. Likewise then Mike, there too, team of Sanchez, the Bravka, at least you've got covering the Bravka if Sanchez doesn't play. Timber, Gabriel, Cash, Mukalele. Timber could even be a doubt as well. Bruno, Rodgers, Wilson, Sarr, Dango, Haaland, Mane, Ekitike. Have 2 free transfers used, wildcard and triple captain already. Don't take out Haaland so if you've already used your wildcard, so leave off that. Will I consider free hitting next game? It depends on your team. To be honest with you. Just looking at Shane's comment there, can't save much hope for Tottenham unfortunately. Definitely high scoring, possibly 5-2. I currently have Ekitike captain, so at least if he gets a hat-trick against us I won't be as mad. Fair enough, yeah. That's why I'm leaning towards getting in Salah then as well. I want triple Liverpool for that game. Yeah, it's one to definitely attack, and that's what I'm looking towards doing that myself. Right, a quarter to 1. How are we looking here? All good there, grand, good for you to get back to here then as well. We're on 69 likes. Once we get to 80 likes we're opening our next pack then as well, so keep the likes coming in on the stream if you wouldn't mind. I think you need, right, all good there. Right, No, I'm out by 8.8 million, Jason, there. So what are we saying? Thoughts? Can you afford Haaland and Rodgers to Salah and Ekatike? If you bring in JP, it's a risk if he starts. Not. Right, all good there, Jason. Good stuff. FPL thoughts on what to do here. 3 free transfers. Virgil, Gabriel, Gahey, Hill, Dango, Semenyo, Bruno, Thiago, Ekatike, Haaland and Rodgers to Salah. And it's a risk on JP though. If you don't want to, just roll. Grand. Alright, we're going to work through the Patreon and the YouTube chat here then as well. Can get them if I take Haaland and Mbeumo out. What are we saying, Jason? Where are you gone? If you take out Mbeumo, what rank are you again? I know you're... I think this is the... Right, all good there, Jason. Let me know. Charlie, with all those transfers done, would it be wise if a transfer due to Sesko or JP in for DCL? Not Sesko, anyway. Munoz, Gabriel, Senesi, Semenyo, Bruno, Rodgers, Dango, Wilson, Haaland, Ekatike. Salah and Rodgers, or Salah and Thiago in for Rodgers, and right, Snipey. Alice, are you leaning more to Salah or keeping Haaland? More towards Salah, to be honest. Grand, no bother. Alice, all good there. Any suggestions here? And possibly want Liverpool attacking assets? Ekatike and Salah in. Grand, all good there. We'll be back there. Anyone taking the risk of getting rid of Haaland? I'm leaning towards it. It's a big risk though. Tommy, all good. Any moves I could do with 4 free transfers? Richards, the Hill for next week. Currently have Wilson starting. We'll have to decide what to do soon. 4 free transfers. Salah and Thiago in IMO. Grand, right, Connor, all good. Should I take out Haaland for Ekatike? Salah in also. Josh there, grand. Is that everyone back to now so I can get back to this? Might go for this. Richards, Rice, Juve, Verts. Don't like it. Grand. Any suggestions on this 2 weeks on this team? 2 free transfer, 0.3 in the bank. Right, KDH and Haaland. Right, that's everyone. Should be back for now for a bit. Right, Antonio, sorry. Any suggestions? 0.6. Thiago, Mateus Nunes, Gabriel, Mbeumo, Bruno, Rodgers, Dango, Semenyo, João Pedro, Haaland. 3 free transfers, Salah and Thiago in for and Haaland. Right, all good there. Michael, sorry Michael, attempted by Haaland and crew be out for Pedro and Ekatike. Tavernier, Semenyo, Bruno, Rodgers, Salah, Haaland to Ekatike. Oh my god, why does it type like that? TK. Right, back to this. So I think Haaland starts. I think it's about 70% chance he starts, to be honest with you. It's just a thing if Haaland, or sorry, if Pep wants to risk him. If Haaland gets injured, 3 goals against Madrid, he needs Haaland in flying form. He didn't look like he was in the Bernabeu. He was just floating around. So I think that's why, after watching the game during the week, I think that's what's leaning me towards getting rid of Haaland. Let's see. Been a while. Hope you're well, Abdullah. Good to see you. Hope you're keeping well. Incognito, am I locked in on captaincy? No, I am not. Do you think Haaland starts? Yeah, about 70% I do. Evan Nielsen or Anderson of Forest? Evan Nielsen against Burnley. Surely you have to play him. Surely you can get Anderson then as well, but surely you can play both. So what did you decide? Are we doing Salah moving Thiago, or we stay Haaland and Wilson? I'm looking towards Wilson to stay in the team and Rodgers and Haaland out, Abdullah, but it's not locked in yet. I won't be locking in for another 20 or so minutes if I even do decide to do that. Owen Meehan in the chat. Good man, Owen. Hope all is well. How's things, Niall? All good, man. Stressing out a bit, I won't lie. Reckon I sell Haaland. Team is Raya, Dubravka, Gabriel, Virgil, Gahey, Senesi, Chalaba, Bruno, Dango, Semenyo, Wilson, Rodgers, JP, Mane and Haaland. Raya, fine. Gabriel, Virgil, Senesi. Chalaba is probably messing you around there, but you mightn't be able to get rid of him this week. Bruno, Dango, Semenyo, Wilson, Rodgers, João Pedro, Mane, Haaland. If you have a couple of free transfers on, and if you have your wildcard available, can you do Haaland and Rodgers to Salah and Ekitike? Try and attack that Spurs game. Let us know. Bruno or Ekitike for captaincy. I'm ranked at 60k. If you want to play it safe, Bruno Fernandes is a safe one. So why not go and do that? Would you play Wilson over Krupi Jr.? I probably would. Just hope Wilson plays, and then you've got if he does play, I think he still does well. What about just Rodgers to McAllister? Don't like the Mac move, to be honest. Far better. Right, Alice wants to bring in McAllister, but I don't like that, to be honest with you. He's going to score now after me saying that. Right, 10-1. Deadline is at 1:30, not 1 o'clock, before anyone is stressing yet. 70 likes on chat. Once we get to 80 likes, we're opening our next World Cup pack. Keep the subscribers coming in then as well. We're nearly on 8,930. One subscriber off that. There's 70 watching us at the moment. If you are watching, you haven't clicked subscribe, head on down there, please. Click subscribe. We're on the road to 9k subs. Your support is very much appreciated. Right. What's Johnny saying here? No change. We need free transfers next week, so 3 in the bank for then. Fair. I'm seriously considering taking Haaland out for Salah. Can get on wildcard. Right, am I going to watch the rugby tonight? I'll actually be driving to Sligo right after this to go to 30th, so I'm going to miss the Ireland game. We'll have to keep a close eye on that. I'm not the biggest rugby fan anyway, but hopefully they can beat Scotland, and hopefully England can do us a favour. Any clue who the fella first in your mini league is? Fella's like 15th in the world and causing me a right headache. Who is first in my mini league? Where is he? Where is my league here? FPL YouTube. I'm 55th in that. You're 40 points behind him on. Jeez, you're flying. What rank are you in the world on? So let us know. Not a clue who he is. Gunners 25. Gunner ZS. Not a clue. 1860 for you on. What rank does that put you at? You must be shortly in the top 1k anyway if you're that high up. Wow. Doesn't look like many out of the lads I know are bringing in Liverpool lads. I'm just looking at what to do here. No one, I don't. Let me know your rank though. You're flying. Marcus, 3 free transfers, 0.3 budget. Raya, Gabriel, Timber, Virgil, Gahey, Anderson, Bruno, Rodgers, Wilson, Szoboszlai, Semenyo, Haaland, Thiago, Krupi, Benchorda, Haaland, Thiago, all good there. 210th in the world on. Wow, that's outrageous. Good man. Serious work. I can't even say that's from watching my videos. That's yourself. Wow, that's some going. Not tempted to do Ekatike for captaincy. Aucas, I am. I'm also tempted to do Salah for the captaincy. It's just whether or not where I end up on that then as well. Marcus, back to you though. Sorry. Hi mate, 3 free transfers. Raya, Gabriel, Timber, Virgil, Gahey, Anderson, strong defence there. Bruno, Rodgers, Wilson, Szoboszlai, Semenyo, Haaland, Thiago, Krupi. If you wanted to do Haaland to Ekatike, Rodgers to Salah with your free transfers, why not go for it? I'm probably having too much faith in the Liverpool lads. That could come back to bite me. Let's see though. Noel in the chat there. Verbruggen, Dubravka, Timber, Konsa, Senesi, Virgil, O'Reilly, Rice, Rodgers, Semenyo, Bruno, Wilson, Haaland, Krupi, Thiago. Four free transfers. I'm planning the free hit next week. We didn't skip you, Noel. Sorry, we have you here. Verbruggen, Dubravka, Timber, Konsa, Senesi, Virgil, O'Reilly. So Verbruggen, Timber, Virgil, Senesi this week. Or even, if Timber's going to be benched, would you do... Anyway, out of those, Timber, Senesi, Virgil, O'Reilly, 4 at the back, Rice, Rodgers, Semenyo, Bruno, Wilson, 4-4-2, bench Rodgers. I'd nearly go Haaland and Rodgers to Salah and Ekatike there. Let me know if you want to do that. You're looking about a free hit next week. Looking at your team there, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wouldn't free hit next week. No, you've got 9 players at the moment. If you make them free transfers, you should have 10, and then 1 free transfer then with your 4 will get you shorty 11. So I'd go with that. No need to free hit at all next week. Definitely not. Marcus, we got you there. All good. Not tempted to go for Ekatike. We'll see. -4 for bench boost. Recommended Castle. I wouldn't be bench boosting in a week like this. Definitely not. Noel, any transfers? If you want to consider doing those, let me know. With your 4 free transfers, maybe you probably should, and that'll save you from free hitting next week, and you don't need to free hit then. Let me know if that's all good, Noel. Good man. -4 for bench boost. Not in a week like this. Definitely not. Claire, Raya, Senesi, Virgil, Richards, Bruno, Wilson, Rodgers, Rice, Haaland, Thiago. Thinking selling Haaland and Guy for Joe Pedro and Ekatike. Bench Rodgers and set up for 12 players for 31. Raya, Senesi, Virgil, Richards is fine. Bruno, Wilson, Rodgers, Bruno, Wilson, Rodgers, Rice, Haaland, Thiago. Haaland and Rodgers, Salah and Ekatike. If you want to do that, that sets yourself up even better. Go for that. Noel, let me know if you're locking those in. I might even go for that sooner rather than later myself. Right, all good there. Sound. I don't know. Yeah, I posted some racing one last year on TikTok. It was like the Viper, that 9-4 thing for Cheltenham last week. It just blew up, but that was 2025 when I posted it. Anyway, I'm just getting a few notifications there on TikTok about it. Any transfers? No, let me know if you go for it. Who do you think is best mid to bring in other than Salah this week? Tavernier. If I could get Tavernier this week, if I had a couple of free transfers, if Wilson was confirmed out, I'd probably be bringing in Tavernier after Salah. That's a game where you can do very well, so I'd really want him if I could. Right then, we're coming into 5-1. The Patreon is going to start giving out now if I don't send in my team. I will get Ekatike. Thanks and good luck. No problem at all. Mo, what are we saying? I need -4 to spend for that. Don't do it, so all good there. Tavernier is what I'll be doing. Pool versus Spurs is a great fixture. Yeah, I think it's 1-2 attack. To be honest, it's risky. Right, all good there. What transfers should I do, Noel? Right, let's go back up to you, Noel. So for next week, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at the moment. Haaland out will get you 10 if you bring in Ekatike, and Rodgers to Salah will still leave you with 10. You have 2 free transfers then for next week. You'll have 3 free transfers then for next week. You can get rid of one of your defenders. All good there. Go with that. Haaland, Ekatike, Rodgers to Salah. Sure, you can afford that. No, let us know who to bring in Haaland and Salah in for who. Michael, what's your team there? Let's get you up here again. Sorry, you might have messaged. Thanks, pal. Don't know what that notification is there. Thanks, Paul. Maybe tempted by Salah. Who can you take out though? Your midfield there, yeah, you probably can't. Maybe it has to be Rice there. Maybe it has to be Rice, Michael. Let us know if you want to do the Rice transfer out. Not sure if I'd be mad on taking him out before Everton. Maybe not. But if it allows you to bring in Salah 60 minutes during the week, surely he starts that Spurs game. That's a perfect game for him to get a couple of goals, get the confidence up before Galatasaray. Maybe it's something they need. I don't know. Let's see where we end up. And he's also got a new haircut as well. He shaved the head by the looks of it from training. Let's see. Right, all good there. Not seeing too many Salahs on the timeline. Why am I so calm about doing this move? Salah, Ekatike and Haaland, Rodgers outfields fun. 60% chance it doesn't work. Wow. Anyway, Bob Carrot, my team is Kelleher, Gabriel captain. Wow, I was chatting to the housemate as well about Gabriel captain. Nothing wrong with it at all if you want to go for it. Gabriel captain, O'Reilly, Van Dijk, Senesi, Rice, Bruno, Dango, JP, Haaland and Thiago. Rodgers, Harry Wilson and Alderete. Could you play a Harry Wilson over Dango if you already have? I probably would play Wilson over Dango because you have Thiago up front. Gabriel captain, nothing wrong with that. Any recommendations? Kelleher, Gabriel, O'Reilly. You've cover on the bench anyway, and Alderete if O'Reilly doesn't play. Senesi, Rice, Bruno, Dango, JP. If you wanted to do Haaland and Rice to Ekatike, Salah, let me know if you can afford that. Maybe you can. Noel, you can't afford those moves, so go back to your team. Where are you there? Haaland, Krupi, Thiago. If it's not I don't know if I'd bring in Ekatike, or sorry, I don't know if I'd bring in João Pedro, so maybe you're going to have to leave it off, Noel. But you have 4 free transfers there. Backline is fine. Where are you gone there? Timber, Senesi, Virgil, O'Reilly is fine. O'Reilly could be rested. Rice, Rodgers, Semenyo, Bruno, Wilson, Haaland, Krupi. Your 1.1. If you do João Pedro instead of Ekatike, no, let me know if you can afford that, but maybe you can't. But do let me know on that. S.O. Teresipi, what do you do with Munoz if you have him? 1 free transfer, Senesi, Gabriel and Anderson first sub. Roll, go for it. Should a free hit next week? Think I've got my wildcard played and have 2 Arsenal, 1 Palace, 1 City, 4 players. You can make a transfer to get your 11 players next week, so leave off that. Start Wilson or Palmer. Pablo. Start Wilson or Palmer. Both. That's what I'll be saying. Thiago in for Haaland, Michael. If you don't have him, go for it. Yeah, Thiago and Salah. Go with that. Oh yeah, Noel, have you Thiago? Are we missing that fully? Yeah, you have him already. Yeah. Thiago in for Haaland, Michael. Go with that. Yeah, and then that can surely afford your Rice to Salah move there. Should I free hit next week? No, leave off that. You can get your moves in with free transfers. 75 likes, just join the stream, John. Appreciate that. That means we're 5 likes off getting our next pack. We've got a few World Cup packs here. 76 likes now, 4 likes off hitting 80 likes. Once we hit 80 likes, we'll open our next pack. Keep the likes coming, keep the subs coming if you don't mind then as well. We are 8,930 subs, 70 subs off hitting 9k. If you are watching, what are we, 70 or so on the chat, or 60 something now. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, please do head on down there, click subscribe on the channel, and a few new likes there on the stream then, which is great to see. Also, what do you think of a cheeky Semenyo captain? Cheapy? He's not cheap at all. I love Semenyo, especially after last week. I do think he starts. I'd well prefer Semenyo getting the returns over Haaland. So why not go for it? I don't know why. I'm just fixated that Haaland is going to be rested. I don't think he will. I just have it in my mind that he will be. That's what's pushing me towards, and it's better as a Semenyo owner as well. Brought him in the last for the last 3 weeks. The Forest, Leeds, and this game then as well, the West Ham game. If he gets 3 goals in 3, that was a move well worth making. So let's see if he starts tonight. I think he does with the rest during the week, the 20-minute rest or so. And I don't think Haaland is up to speed at all. may come back and bite those words. Or them words may come back to bite me, I should say. But yeah, let's see how it does. Do you think Rodgers will score? I don't, and that's why I'm looking towards getting rid of him. Rajin, I've 2 transfers. I have Haaland and Thiago up front. Should I swap Haaland for Ekitike and Rice for Salah? Why not go for it? Get it done. Tavernier and Hill in for Devaney and Tarkowski sound good. Very good. I'd love to have Tavernier this week. Get that done. Those are good moves there for sure. John, 1 free transfer, 3.8 in the bank. Any changes? Kelleher, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Gay, Semenyo, Bruno. Where are you gone? Dango, Wilson, Anderson, Haaland, Thiago, Krupi, Chalaba and Cash on the bench. Kelleher, where are you gone? Kelleher, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Gay, he's fine. Semenyo, Bruno, Fernandes, Dango, Wilson, Anderson, Haaland, Thiago. If you wanted to, can you even get rid of any of those midfielders? Probably not. Maybe just roll it with your 1 free transfer. Leave off that then as well. Owen, I've 2 transfers, 2.5 in the bank. Reckoning Haaland and Man, Ekitike and Thiago. I probably would go for that, yeah. 210 to overall own. That's a good move there, and at least you're saving yourself with getting in Ekitike and Thiago for a cover there. So I'd probably go for that. 2.5 in the bank, get that done. No Salah, but your midfield is still pretty strong in there. Bruno, Dango, Semenyo, Wilson, Rodgers probably stinking up the team there. But if you bring in those strikers, you can then bench Rodgers and you're setting yourself up there then as well. Who the captain, and are you doing the Salah thing? I think so, Mo. If I do bring him in, I'll be captaining him. Yeah, I do think so. Right, Mo, did you get back to me here? Sorry. What are you considering, Mo? I got back to you there not to do that. Don't do that. FPL Fuji is the time to open that pack. So 5:1. We've just hit 80 likes, which is great to see. Let's get opening pack number 4. So hopefully it's a good one. As I said, we've already packed Erling Haaland so far. Best pull of the day has been Erling Haaland. Here's pack number 4, and then we better start making our moves then. Right, not gonna look at the first card here, so looking away. If I can even open this pack. Right, yeah, here we go. Right, number 1, is that South Korea? South Korea's badge, I think it is it? KFA, I think it's South Korea. Number 2, it's a goalkeeper for Germany. Is that a Germany flagger? I can't even see it on the small camera. Who is that? No, it's not. Jeez, I was well off. Don't even know who that nation is, I won't lie. Right, let me know in the comments what nation that was. That's Australia there, surely, is it? Yeah, there we go. Alessandro Cercati. Don't know who he is either. Oh, there we go. There's our boy Semenyo. We were just chatting about him. Go on, Semenyo. Right, he's got a return in him tonight then. So after packing him there, well, I did pack Haaland in the last pack, so hopefully he won't return. It's just Semenyo. Right, no clue what that is. That's New Zealand, is it? I think that's New Zealand by the looks of it. Joe Bell. No clue who Joe Bell is. Florian Wirtz, by the looks of that, surely it is number 17. Yeah, Florian Wirtz of Germany. This is upside down here, so let's work it this way. We packed them already. It's my own doppelganger, Vardiol. We already got its limited edition then as well. We're getting some good pulls anyway in this pack. Vardiol, and finishing off then is, can't even see that. Is that? I'm not going to say Uruguay. Oh, it is. Fair enough. Nandez. No clue who Nandez is. Fair enough. Right, we packed Semenyo. Surely he gets a haul now after that then as well. Onsbro in the chat. Well, Niall might be going for Haaland this week. Man of the match last 3 games against West Ham. I think I'm looking towards getting rid of him. So take that what you will. Mo, what are we saying? Who should I captain? Right, looking at your team, Mo, here. No need to do the -4. You have no Liverpool cover. Bruno Fernandes. Just getting back in the chat here. Bruno Fernandes, Mo, if you have no Liverpool cover, get that locked in there. Jack Mulroy in the chat. Jack, hope all is well, man. What are we saying? Would you bench either Anderson, Alderweireld to play Rodgers? If that's Anderson of Forest, I'd play Anderson of Forest over Rodgers. If it's Anderson of Fulham, I'd play Rodgers over those. But if it's Anderson of Forest, play the Forest man. All good there. Should I play Krupi over Rodgers? I probably would. Appreciate the advice, no bother. O'Reilly or Chalobah before we miss that. Sorry, O'Reilly this week. Are you not bringing in Salah then? You seem to want him, Blake. I do. We've got 22 minutes before the deadline to lock those in. Maybe let's move at least the transfer tab. Right, so for now, someone's asking about chip strategy there. Next week, we've got Dubravka as 1, Esteves 2, hopefully Mukulele as 3, Ekitike 4 at the moment, Wilson 5, Rodgers 6, Dango 7, Bruno Fernandes 8, Hill 9, Virgil 10. 10 players there. If I make the Haaland to Thiago move, that's 11. And then Rodgers, I thought I counted 12. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe it's only 11. How was I counting 12? Right, so it's 11 for next week. Providing Mukulele's back, so I really need to hope he's back. But then I'm looking at Haaland, Thiago. Or is that the 10 then? So Dubravka 1, Esteve 2, Mukulele 3. Let's say Thiago's 4, Ekitike 5, Wilson 6, Rodgers 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 for next week, okay. Providing Mukulele is back. Fair enough. If I need to make a transfer, I can get to 11. That's fine. Chip strategy, right, let's move at least to the transfer tab because I'm going to be making these moves, I think. So now I've spoken myself into it over the last 2 hours. Bit of a risk, but I do want to attack that Liverpool game. I don't think I'll be smiling if it all goes south or pear-shaped. Already have Ekitike, João Pedro. For Haaland, no, I'm not that confident of João Pedro starting this week, so I don't think I'd move for it this week. If you don't have Thiago, go for it there. GP10, thinking of offloading Omehan first, sorry. When is it good? Idea for the triple captainship. Only thing stopping me from selling Haaland, own it. If you don't have your wild card, City won't probably double again until 36, so I'm saving the triple captaincy for then. So wait at that. Brill, thanks. I'm going Old Trafford Sunday, so hopefully Bruno isn't too cruel, Mo. Good man. Hope you enjoyed the game. Good stuff. 3 points for United, surely, the way Villa are going, but let's see. Ekitike versus Bruno. Who's a better captain? Spurs and not so good a form. If you want to go attack that Spurs game, why not just captain Ekitike? Right, 20 minutes to go. All good there. 85 people watching us. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, please go on down there, click subscribe on the channel. We're trying to get 9k subs, and cheers to everyone for the support so far this season. Keep the subs coming in if you wouldn't mind. Lad, I know I told you my team of potential moves. I could go Rodgers to Salah and hold on to Haaland though. Still have the likes of Cash and Sanchez. If you can do that and hold Haaland, go for it. So thinking of offloading Cash, either Senesi or Hill, who'd you recommend? Keep on keeping on, mate. Appreciate that. GP10. GP10. Get Hill in. Save yourself a bit of money. Also get that done. Already have Ekitike, João Pedro for Haaland. No, but Thiago for Haaland. Fair enough. You want to go with that move. Thinking of Captain Semenyo as a differential to get some points over Bruno Fernandes. We packed him, so maybe that's a sign to Captain Semenyo. We just packed him a couple of minutes ago. Maybe that's a sign. Bench 1, Enzo, Rodgers or Anderson. Rodgers out of those, I think. Yeah, Sanchez or Dubravka. Play Sanchez, and if he doesn't start, you've got Dubravka to come in there. If you have 4 transfers and want to use one, are the other 3 gone? If you have 4 transfers and want to use one, are the other 3 gone? No, the max you can have is 5, so you can roll on to that. All good there. Ekitike going to start tonight. I'm planning to do Haaland Ekitike. He's not going to start tonight, but he should start tomorrow. The game is tomorrow evening at 4:30. So Fat Nick, if you want to go with that, go for it. Haaland Ekitike, all depends if you're going to captain him or not. What do you think of Salah? Ekitike's minutes 60 to 70, but that's enough for them to get a good haul in that game. Right, let's have a look at this. 90, 90, 76, 90, 90, 83, 90. Why would he be benched? Looking at that, why would he honestly be benched? He's getting his minutes, he's just not getting his returns. Blaine, couple of questions. Have 3 free transfers. Do I transfer out Sanchez and or Rodgers, or do I save if I want to do the moves? Who to buy? Also, Ekatike, Haaland or Thiago for no risks. Bruno's a no risk captain. If you want next up, then probably Ekatike. What would you say Bruno would do? Bruno could get a return easily then as well. What? Yeah, Salah, Ekatike's minutes 60 to 70. Would you sell Mane, Haaland to Ekatike, João Pedro? No, maybe just Haaland to Ekatike. Not sure on João Pedro's minutes this week. I don't have a backup goalie in minus Sanchez. If I sub him out this week, I'll have one player starting next week with a blank. What do you think? Just risk it. Start him this week, hoping he does start. Didn't Jorgensen have a couple of mistakes during the week then as well? Or did Jorgensen start that PSG game? If he did, surely it's Sanchez that will come back into the team. Was it Jorgensen? Yeah. Maybe just do it so. You still deciding on Salah in or keeping Haaland? I am, Sakib. Yeah, I am. 8.93k. I think you hit 8.9k during the last deadline stream. It's going well. 9k is coming soon, John. Appreciate that. Fingers crossed. It is good stuff. I'd love to hit 10k this season. I don't think it's doable. But yeah, let's see how we do get on. 10k would be class. Well, lad, would you move anybody of my starting 11? 2 million in the bank. Kelleher, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Senesi, Bruno, Semenyo, Rice, Thiago, Jimenez, Ekatike captain. Keep in mind Jimenez's father passed away. Make sure you have cover on the bench for him if he doesn't start, but maybe he might start. I know it's down to the player's decision if he wants to start or not. Not sure what their arrangements are obviously there, but make sure you have cover if Jimenez isn't playing. Zetlin, what would you do with Rodgers and Gee to Tavernier and Thiago? Would mean benching one of Bruno and Buemo, Dango, Tavernier, Salah, Ekatike. Rodgers to Tavernier maybe, or would you consider going Gee first? Gee to Thiago, probably the Gee to Thiago if you can afford that. If not, look elsewhere, to be honest with you. Right, all good there, nice one. Dismiss that, all good. Right, 1:15. Better start making these moves, huh? We've 90 people watching us, which is great to see. João Pedro not starting, I hear. Where are you hearing that on? Let's have a quick scroll. It's going to be pouring off a Captain Salah, and he's benched. I think I want to get off Twitter. Where are you seeing that on though? Do I sell Sanchez or Rodgers, bro, with 3 free transfers, or do I save the transfers? If I do sell, who's replaced them with? If you've got a Dubravka for Sanchez, leave it off. No point wasting a transfer. Roll into 3, fair enough. All good there. Rob in the chat. Rob, good to see you, man. Feels like a massive week. Hope green hours on the way, Rob. All comes down to these moves I'm considering. Let's see. Who's your captain? Not locked in yet. I think I'm going to make that Salah move though. What's your personal opinion on Thiago captain? Guaranteed more minutes than Ekatike and Haaland. I think so, yeah. That Wolves, it's just a Wolves. It's a long wait until Monday night for that Brentford game, but nothing wrong with it, Jack, at all. I'm bringing him in, or considering bringing him in at least now, because I do think he will return at least, so nothing wrong with that if you want to go for that. Start Wilson or Ayer. Start Wilson. Should I bench Wilson or Ayer? Haven't got a clue. Start Wilson there. 100 people watching us at the moment. We're trying to get to 9k subs, lads and ladies. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, head on down there please. Click subscribe on the channel. Get those subs up if you wouldn't mind there. You read my Haaland haircut fact, Abin. What was the haircut fact? I don't think that's even Haaland's haircut though. I saw that picture on Twitter. Was that not him when he was younger? Should I bench Rodgers or Iwobi? Start Iwobi there. Sorry, I thought you were on about JP. Went back in the stream. I think it was about Marquis. Fair enough. Thiago or JP for Haaland? Thiago. I'm afraid JP could be benched this week. Start Hill or Anderson, Michael? Definitely Hill. Owen O'Neill, 3 free transfers. Kelleher, Timber, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Bruno, Enzo, Sarr, Bob, Thiago, Haaland, Ekatike. Subs, Petrovic, Garner, Anderson, Van Heck. Any recommendations or role? If you want to do the Enzo and Haaland to Salah and Thiago, or sorry, you have Thiago already, maybe leave it off so, because I don't think João Pedro's minutes could be 90 this week, if anything. Right, I don't have the funds to go to these transfers to just keep the same. Leave as is so. Leave as is so. Evan, what are we saying? Alternative is Salah and JP, and for Haaland and Rice, whacking the captain on Salah. Just not sure on JP's wins with UCL. Right, Evan, where are you? Should I do anything transfer wise, and who the bench? Wilson or Rodgers? Haaland. Rodgers to Ekatike. Right, all good there. 10 minutes to go. Do I do DCL? DCL on pens. Grand. Antonio, I could try, but I'm afraid to take Haaland out. No problem, bro. Start Rice or Wilson? Start Rice. Try and get Wilson in the team there also. Should I do these moves? Is Salah the real deal? I know Spurs and terrible, but Salah hasn't been hectic. It's a big risk. If you've no wild card, leave it off. I have mine to get him back. Right, 11 minutes to go. Need to sort out my own team here. Bench Hill or O'Reilly. Start the two of them if you can. Surely you can start the two of them. Get starting the two of them. Yeah, I'm not gone on Enzo, but I could really make the transfer for the sake of it. Why not go for it? Blake, you're killing me, Era. Are you going Salah or not? And I'm hoping someone else can decide for me. Yeah, I'm still considering myself. Send team before, obviously you don't remember, but not sure if a bench and Krupi is the correct choice. Cameron, send it in quickly there if you can at all. There's too many messages coming in between Patreon and the chat. I hate the way they do this. Right, Thiago. And why did they do it like this? FPL, sort out your website, please. 3.6 in the bank, then 2 free transfers. I'm toying with it. Munoz, Erlafi as first sub. Munoz, Haaland, Ekatike or João Pedro. If you want to take the risks, Ekatike in. Dorgu out for who? Ross, depends how much money you have. How much money have you? I'm not gone on Enzo, but I could only be making that transfer for the sake of it. Fair, but it's Spurs. How bad our Spurs are. Why not get it done? Right, 9 minutes to go. We're 66 subs off hitting 8,900. Or sorry, we're 66 subs off hitting 9k. How many are there in the chat at the moment? 112 watching us, which is great to see. If you are watching and you haven't clicked subscribe, please click subscribe. I'm gonna roll next free transfers next week, Michael. Very fair. Wilson start or Rodgers? Wilson start. I'm taking the risk now on Salah. It's just a week where I want to do it. Raya, Gabriel, Hill, Gahey, Van Dijk, Tavernier, Palmer, Bruno, Wilson, Haaland, Krupi, Richards, Dewsbury Hall. Haaland, Thiago is fine. Tavernier, Palmer, Bruno, Wilson. That's fine there, Cameron. What are you saying about Krupi? I don't think you can fit him in there. I don't think you can. No, leave it off. You already have Tavernier anyway. Leave that off. Play Gravenberch or Ryan there. The right play. Michael, fair. Right, do we do these moves? Can you even see that on stream? Just about. Do we do it? Salah in for Rodgers, Haaland out, Thiago in. Would you do your swaps on a -4? Definitely not on a -4. No, don't do a -4. I'm only considering it because they're for free. I think if he gets around 60, will be worth the punt. Thiago's an option. We can't see him a long-term pick. Thiago better. Short-term. Not worth -4. Just roll so. Right. I'm doing these moves. It's a risk, but I'm doing them. Let's get this locked in. Salah in for Rodgers. Thiago in for Haaland. Done. Done. Salah gets the captaincy. Bruno Fernandes gets the voice. There we go. There we go. Alright. Let's send this in here. 7 minutes to go on until the deadline. If could be a mistake, but sure, look, I want to attack that Liverpool game. Where is this now? I'll send this in here. Haaland out. Haaland and Rodgers to Thiago and Salah. Captain, it's a risk. So if you don't comfortable. Right, Haaland hat-trick and come, and don't say that. Play Szoboszlai or Mbeumo. Surely you can start the two there. Dorgu out for 7.4 million in the bank. Get Virgil there. Get Virgil in there. Get him in. Why does this do this? Play Szoboszlai or Mbeumo. Play the two. Start Rice or Wilson. Just looking at myself making that transfer there in the replay. Would I regret that? Let's see. Would you take a -4 for Mbeumo and Bruno in? Definitely don't do that. No, not for a -4. Keep Haaland or move. I think Thiago's the best captain this week. I'll do those moves then. Late changes. Late question, but any changes here? Play Virgil. Keep Haaland if you don't have wildcard left. Did you just bin Haaland? I did. Maybe I could get Szoboszlai and Ekitike for Krupi and Rodgers. Nothing wrong with that. Start Anderson or Krupi. Krupi has the fixture. Why not go for that? Right, is everyone replied there? All good there. Nice one. He's probably going to after giving out to me for taking him out. Do you need a lift? Right. 4 minutes to go. Yeah, I've brought in Salah and I'm giving him the captaincy. 46k overall. These are the weeks that make or break a season. Could absolutely F it up completely here, but it's done. It's done. We're nearly on 100 likes. Once we hit 100 likes, we'll open another pack. 4 likes off hitting 100. Keep the subs coming in if you haven't done so already. We're 64 subs off hitting 9k subs. It'd be great to get close to 8,950 before the end of the stream. Right, start Maguire or Gahey. I have Lamans. Gahey. Thoughts on Thiago, Captain Jack? Go for it. If you've nobody else, go for it. Go for it. You confident with these lineups, mate? It's a risk. It is a risk. Sure, look, I'm rolling the dice. Play a Szoboszlai or Mbeumo. Play the two, Aniket. Play the two. Surely you can bench somebody else. You have to be playing Szoboszlai against Spurs. You have to be playing Mbeumo for the money you're paying for him. Sending the rest of the team there, but surely you can play the two. Rice to Verts. Don't think so next week. Or don't think so this week, maybe next week. Michael. Is this a lock? Virgil, Gabriel, Hill, Krupi on the bench. Yes. Michael. Great. Who the captain? Bruno Ekitike. Attack the Spurs game. Right, Haaland, Ekatike, captain Ekatike or Thiago. Attack that Spurs game. Pickford against Arsenal or Dubravka against Bournemouth. Pickford might get some save points. Go with that. 2 minutes to go until the deadline. Get those teams locked in there. We've just hit 2k views on the stream, which is brilliant to see. Just hit 100 likes also, so we have to open another pack then as well. My team is Lamens, Gahey, Gabriel, Van Berg, Sarr, Shade, Mbeumo. Captain Haaland if you have him on. I don't think so. You know more better than me, ranked at 210th overall. I just don't feel confident with Haaland this week is all. I'll just take them out. Might regret it, we'll see. We shall see. It's mad. I was on I think 120 people watching, and as soon as I did my transfers, it's down to 70 people now, so they're waiting for me to see my moves. Maybe I should have left it a bit closer to the deadline to make those moves. Now I want Ekatike and Salah from FOMO, John. Go for it if you do. It's just a game where I do think it's worth the risk. Liverpool get a good result there, a couple of goals going into that Galatasaray game, and it's surely the Wednesday game that they're playing as well. Should be Wednesday, isn't it? Matches 18th is Wednesday, isn't it? It is, right. Never mind about that, just make sure my own team is locked in here. Salah captain. Here we go. Don't remove them Mbeumo and Kruby for Ekatike and Tavernier. Nothing wrong with those, Sheldon. I'd love to have Tavernier this week. Bruno Fernandes, vice captain if needed anyway. And that's going to be another deadline done. One more pack, because we just hit 100 likes on stream, which is great to see. Here we go. Let's get this last pack open, and then I need to get on the road for Sligo. Right, not looking at who we're getting. Last pack of the stream. Who have we here? Is that Morgan Rogers? No, Rashford. Fair enough. If we packed Morgan Rogers after getting rid of him. Next up here, Mexican lad anyway. Who is that? Alvarez. Fair enough. Is that Ter Stegen? Nice one. Donnarumma of Man City. Could easily tell it was him. Never mind that. Don't know who that is there. Cannot see that. Talby. Not a clue. It's not Sweden anyhow. Who else wears yellow? Ecuador, is it? It is, yeah. Kevin Rodriguez. No clue. Some Ivory Coast. No, are Ivory Coast in the World Cup? Must be. Nicolas Pepe. Who was one of the favourites or African teams that didn't make it? Maybe that's me chatting muck. And then Nasib. Right. Salah captain it is. Anderson, Nottingham Forest, or Dango of Brentford. Start Anderson there. Definitely worth the risk. Spurs are poor, so I'm taking a bigger risk sticking with Haaland. Definitely worth the risk. Spurs are poor, so I'm taking a bigger risk sticking with Haaland and no Salah. Let's see where we do end up on that then as well. Before we do head off, please go down there, click subscribe on the channel. We're 63 away from hitting 9k subs, so let's see if we can get there before the end of the season. Let's see if Twitter think I'm a maniac doing these moves. Game week 30 team locked in. Haaland plus, even writing it seems bad. Haaland plus who did I take out? Rodgers to Thiago plus Salah. 2 free transfers. Massive risk this week. $7k world. Massive risk this week. Let's see. It plays out. I just wanted to attack the Spurs game. Right. There we go. Let's see if Twitter think I'm gone mad. Right then, that's it for another stream. There we go. I can see Focal made the Salah move then as well. I can see. Right, that's another deadline stream. Great to see we've hit nearly 2.2k views on stream. That's mighty. Appreciate everyone watching us there. Yeah, calm before the storm, but there's a big storm incoming. I'm watching Game of Thrones once again. Never mind winter's coming, there's a massive storm coming with this team. Let's see where we end up or where we fall on after this game. We're going to leave it there. So thanks for watching. Oh yeah, I was actually wearing this for St. Patrick's Day. Don't know what to make of those moves, but let's see now. I was speaking about it all stream, so I had to do it after that. But they're done. Haaland out. Let's see how he gets on. Bruno captain, or sorry, Bruno vice captain. Salah captain. That's it for this week. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. 100 plus likes in the stream is great to see also. Yeah, we're going to leave it there. So thanks for watching. Best of luck for the week. If you're out for St. Patrick's weekend, enjoy yourself. Stay safe. And let's hope Salah starts at least and gets a nice haul against Spurs. Thanks for watching. Best of luck for the week. We'll see you in the next video, and hopefully the rank won't be affected. I'm looking at this 46k overall rank. Needs to be inside the 30k at least, or 20k if we do get a good return with Salah. Anyway, FPL gods, it's all over to you now. Best of luck for the week. We'll see you in the next one. Era boo. Let's go. Come on.